So I could be his Twitter liaison, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I've been calling him my
what does that pay?
Beer consigliere. Pays a big fat thank you.
Big fat thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. How is everybody doing?
That's the person that you mentioned.
I know.
And
LG, how's it going? How are you this
First
evening?
in for the night of the gluten-free / gluten-reduced / gluten / gluten
slash gluten. Yeah, slash gluten at some point.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll start out with gluten and then work our way into the reduced. We're kind of doing, I guess, in the reverse in a way.
know.
But it is Thursday. It is time to do some live podcasting at some point.
Yes,
I am Andrew.
I'm Keith.
And we are About Beverages, and we're going to be, like I said, hanging out with all of you tonight on our live stream here, obviously on Twitch, which we do most Thursday nights.
Twitch,
usually around 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, sometimes a little bit later. Just depends on, like I said, some people around here have to work. It's not me either. It's this guy. So like I said, sometimes we've got to adjust things a little bit there. But yeah, that is usually where you will find us as we go through this. So yeah, we've got a lot of things going on. I'm great. This has been on my calendar for a week. Right. You were even excited about it last week. So I'm excited to finally share it with you. I am a little depressed, though, that one of the beers I thought was gluten-free was actually just gluten-reduced. And per usual, my brother was the one to take the wind out of my sails.
Well,
which is good, though, because I would hate to say that on a podcast.
Well, no, because I initially thought that as well. The one of the ones we do for a podcast, I believe we actually opened with on one of our shows.
Yeah,
within
I'm
the
sure
last
we have it.
6 or 8 months, because it was something new and just to try.
Baker, how are you?
Baker.
Good to see you. How are you?
And so that's why when you were saying, you picked up a few things at Tap and Bottle, I was like, man, I have that. We have that store. We have that store. But then you said, well, the one I got from Omission is gluten-free. It's different. So I thought, okay, well, maybe they do something that's different. And then
we found out not.
We just did a little more.
Found out
a little more research
not.
there.
So yeah, the ones that we will be having, the Omission IPA is gluten reduced. Like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit when we get into everything. That one's gluten reduced. The delicious IPA from Stone, also gluten reduced. The only one that is actually gluten free is one that you found.
The Holidaily.
The Holidaily.
Yes. And they had at least one more of those at Tap and Bottle.
They did. They had like a golden ale or something like that.
And that's just not our style, so I didn't. But they do some other ones actually if I found them, I would actually try. I think they had a stout, and then they had a couple of seasonal things that look good too. That I thought I wish I would have seen that, but it was just a blonde, I think.
Mill, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. We were just getting things kicked off here. I actually realized that I forgot to update the Discord. ! At Discord if you guys are interested in always being up to date on all of the beverages that we have, not only on the podcast, but throughout the week as I'm doing gaming stuff.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to crack this
open.
Oh,
yes, please. That would actually be great. We've got something we're starting with. Hold on. Let's be totally professional here. Let me put the picture up right there. Tell me about this beer. I learned a little bit about it. Let's see if you know as much as I do.
Well, I tried to find out some information, and I actually couldn't find what I was looking for. I was trying to find out whether it was kettle soured or not.
So you and Bono could not find what you were looking for.
We still haven't found what we're looking for. But you found it. And that's why they call you the Edge.
Wow. First time catching your podcast, but you already knew this. That's true. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. Lots of people have been asking about that. I always think and I've talked about this, I think even with the Backyard a few times, where I'm like, sometimes it always feels very radio, where I'm like, every hour or two, I'm like mentioning all of our stuff again and whatever else. And it's like, people are probably like, they're listening to it like, oh man, it's this again. Like, oh, here's this speech again. And then I still get so many people like, oh, I didn't even know you did a pod. Oh, you do a beer pod? It's like,
right.
Okay, yeah, I need to keep mentioning these things, which is fine. I don't mind. I have the speech pretty much memorized.
And I guess the people who like us enough to sit with us through 2 or 3 hours and hear those things they know that's coming, and they like us enough for that. But that's the same sort of, you just don't know when people are tuning in, and so those are the certain things that if you want more people to find you, you have to be repeating somewhat frequently. So it's not like we have sponsors that we're having to play ads or anything like that.
No. So just consider that the free ad right there.
Yes.
I enjoy finding new beers and liquors. Well, good. So do we. That is exactly one of the reasons we have. And actually, I've got a very special surprise. Back by popular demand.
Handsome Pete?
That's Handsome Pete. He dances for nickels.
With sound for us.
Pete, you got some customers.
I worked for several hours today to figure out what the problem was.
Well, it's funny because I don't think last time we podcast, I don't think we played it. And we have heard that so many times.
We know it.
We know it, but still, it's nice to actually hear it. So
finally, to actually be able to hear it is
now. Can our
nice.
audience hear it? Yes, I
was hoping Pocket was here. Good. How are you this evening?
Well,
Good to see
she was
you.
the one who initially, even though she doesn't drink gluten-free beer, she was the one who initially said, "Hey, you guys should do that." That was really cool. The way a couple of weeks ago that conversation
how that just all happened.
And then all of a sudden she mentioned it, and then it was like, "Yes, you should. Yes, you should." I was like, "Okay,
yeah." That was
we
exactly
did.
how it happened.
We are. So
that larceny you picked up is super smooth. That's right. We were talking about that. He was talking about the larceny small batch, which we did a podcast on. I let him know, and that was kind of how it came up. He was like, "Oh, you guys do podcasts?"
Yeah.
And that was one we liked. We were like, "Oh, it's not like amazing, but it's good, especially for $20-some." It was good as a mixer. It was, like I said, fairly light. Which is then I think we remarked that's one that could almost get you into trouble because it's like a little too easy drinking.
Too
easy,
still,
your usual 80 or 90 proof or whatever, 93 proof or whatever it is, and all of a sudden you throw back a few of those and you're like, whoops. Today's crotch cam is a big bird in the tropics. Wow, that is not the crotch cam I was thinking of. Thanks, Devo. Well, because we were trying to come up with the other day, because I know I've hit you up with it before. We need to come up with some more channel incentives because we had to take away the jukebox thing because of singing and all that other kind of stuff.
We can't even.
We have to be careful.
Sing?
We've got to be careful with that kind of stuff. It just depends.
Really?
It depends.
Because we didn't even. It was just us singing.
Us a cappella, as beautiful as we were.
So you think that's not legal? Is that what you're saying?
No. Is a wheat bourbon, which is probably why it's smoother than it. It is a wheat bourbon. Yes, it is a wheated bourbon. Yes, and that is probably why it is a little. Yeah, ryes tend to be on the spicier side usually. Although I do gravitate. I love all the stuff from Whistle Pig, and usually some of those are even like 100% rye. So that doesn't usually bother me too much. Just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes you want something smoother. Sometimes you want a little more kick. I mean, I'm not always in the mood for Stag Junior, but sometimes I am. Sorry, looking for the last couple.
It's all right.
I've got to add here.
So this beer just happened to show up.
So how did this?
My order guide at Trader Joe's, and it's from a brewery called The Shop, and
which is
I've
super
had a
confusing.
few things from The Shop, and they're fine.
What else have we had from The Shop?
I don't know if we've had any. I mean, I've bought a couple of things.
Wait a minute, you drink beer when I'm not around?
Yeah. There's an IPA called Church Music, I believe. We carried that at the store. Friend of the show, Todd, has tried that and had given me his a review on that, which his reviews I've come to know that. Well, he's very good at giving the reviews, and also his tastes align usually with mine. So,
okay, that's good.
And then I bought a couple of other things from them, and they weren't like necessarily they weren't bad. They just weren't like I got to buy that again. It was like it was fine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I've been with them, but I will keep trying because they're local. Local at least to Arizona. So this is an Orange Julius Dreams. It says Neon. It's their Neonic Sour Ale.
Yeah, so Neonic. So the Neonic series is a series of beers that they've got. Obviously, I think you saw that if you peeked at their website.
Yeah, I did. I went through all those things.
I've got, like I said, a bunch of those up here. But yeah, this one is fruited with orange, obviously Madagascar vanilla and lactose. Okay. So they're literally going for an Orange Julius,
right? Which is delicious.
Yeah,
like orange.
Is that an
Julius.
Arizona thing, or is that like a national thing? Do you guys have? Do you know what an Orange Julius is? Does that make like
and is it?
And no jokes. No, I want correct answers. Not
and
wrong
is it an age? It could be an age thing too, because they were big in the malls. Does everybody know what a mall is out there?
Yeah.
You
mean those things that tumbleweeds go through?
Yeah.
Fajitas sound good right about now. Here we go. The food's starting. I do enjoy me a sour ale. Sours are very big on this channel. We love the sour beers. And get into those quite often. I've been having several sours lately from that Nightmare Brewing Company, and those are excellent.
No, that's those the one that.
Not only do I like their heavy metal graphic art, but I had a Colombian necktie the other day.
I saw you. Yeah,
yeah, and I've been trying to do that on Untapped, where you can follow us as well on Untapped. Dairy Queen brand is what Orange Julius is. That what? Okay, does Dairy Queen own Orange
Julius? Kind of familiar. Yeah.
That sounds mildly familiar. Okay.
The one of the ones that Pocket really likes is from Nightmare Brewing.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's the Blood Eagle or
Oh,
something.
the Blood Eagle. I had that one the other day too.
No, that one
one's
I've
delicious.
got a couple of those in my fridge still because that one. And then we tried we had a Drecker one that was it was. She wasn't a big fan of it, and I wasn't at first. And as I sat with it and it opened a little bit, it really kind of tastes almost like a little bit of oak almost from the vanilla that was in it. But then we had another one that was like a I think I actually did put that one on Untapped. It was like a Tootsie Roll.
Oh wow!
Because it had like a little fruit and then a little bit of chocolate, like fudge almost, but it was still very, very drinkable. So,
have you guys had any beer from Three Floats? No, we've
that's
heard a lot about them.
Yeah,
that's Midwest, right?
Yeah, maybe Pittsburgh.
I
don't know, somewhere Midwest. Yes,
not like.
I'm sure that
I think Lucky always talks about Three Floyds or has before. Like they've got
Indiana.
Okay,
Indiana. Yeah, okay.
Because they have like Gumball or something, and I don't know if Lucky's in chat, he'll know or he'll say the ones he likes. But there's a couple I think from there that like he used to. Indiana. There was a trip that he used to take, and literally he'd go through there and he'd buy like a case of each one because it was like some of his favorite stuff. Gumball Head. There you go. Thank you. No, unfortunately we have not. We don't get any of that here in Southern Arizona. I would definitely love to. This is very interesting. I could see this definitely being a one and done. Like I'm liking the flavor. It's like, oh, that's unique that it actually is the orange and it's pretty good. I wouldn't mind this with like, this turns into the, like, I would have this with like breakfast and stuff like that. Again, like if you're having like, oh, I don't feel like a mimosa. Like we've talked about that with some the beers from Drecker that are the, the brains or whatever that are the, fruit smoothie beer, like sour beers. So I would have one of those, like I could see this having for that. But also kind of the sweetness of after I could see after having, I think this half portion would be perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think it's kind of like there was that one from Lagunitas, remember, that they've brought back out again, The Fall of Troy. And that was an orange creamsicle.
No, that's
is that
Belching Beaver.
Belching Beaver, yes, sorry. Yeah.
But that's what this reminds. So to me,
this is better than that because that one tastes like fake, like popsicle orange. And initially you're like, ooh, this is really good. And then that one, I think I bought like a few of them after having the first one. Like, I think we may have podcasted on that. I'm not sure, or opened with one. And all of a sudden I was like, I didn't really want this many of these. And I saw they brought it back though.
Yeah.
I've been to their restaurant. I had a few of their beers. They're my go-to for certain beers. Oh, nice.
I've heard good things about that brewery.
Yeah, I have as well. Definitely would like to try some more of those.
So in order for Pocket to drink a sour, it has to not taste like a beer at all.
Okay.
And this to her was beer. She said it tastes like a beer. And what this reminded me, exactly when you said Fall of Troy, to me, this reminds me of one of those milkshake IPAs. Because it's not, I don't really get the sour part. There's a little bit of like a bitter across the back of your tongue that is
which
the sour.
Surprisingly, this is only like 9 IBUs. But
there's something heavy. So it could maybe be rind. It could be, who knows?
I was just going to say that. Yeah, it could be like the rind, the pith. Like I've almost like if this was if this doesn't have grapefruit, but it almost could be like that kind of grapefruit. Beer with sour.
Beer without sour.
Yeah, beer without sour.
Yeah,
okay.
and I like I knew why she didn't like it, and I got
this definitely has some sour in it. There is like orange juice is sour, like
that kind of yes.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying mouth pucker. Like there's like sour, like also like pucker is kind of like it's okay if it tastes a bit like beer, but it has to have a Sour Patch quality. Okay, yeah, you've got to go like.
But I liked the orange part of this. I think that's good.
I do too.
It's not fake. So that's why I wanted to, after when we tried it last night, I was like, I want to see what Andrew thinks of this. Like, I want to see what he thinks about this beverage.
Oh, I know. If only we had a podcast for that.
Wow.
Oh, wait. I would like to try some of their other ones that they have there at their website, which there is a link to if you do that. OJ is sweet, not really sour to me. It definitely, I get what you're saying there. Like I said,
there is a heaviness at the back of the tongue.
There's a heavy fruit sour in the middle for me, though. Like
to me, it was. I'm not picking up on as much today as yesterday, but like yesterday when I first had it, it just kind of hit the back of my tongue and just spread out. And I was like, oh. But I don't know if I just more sips caused that to go away, but. It's like I said, it's intriguing.
It's refreshing.
But I'm not necessarily. I will continue to search, and that's why because of the price, I really wanted to like this.
Oh, how much is it?
It's only $11 for 4.
I thought you'd say for one. I was like,
so
holy
it's
crap.
$2.75
That's pretty.
You know,
is this kettle sour?
well, and that's what I was trying to find out, and I couldn't find any. It's got to be.
It's got to be.
It can't spend
There's
a ton
no way
of
there's some
time
barrel
being
aging
aged.
going on there.
Yeah.
So they have some here with passion fruit and dragon fruit. They have a tangerine mango and marshmallow goodness. Toasted coconut and pineapple. That would be interesting to me. Blackberry plum, blackcurrant, and so they're always trying to still have some sweet in here. So that seems to be their thing. Like everything, like because some of these I'm like reading. Oh, this one doesn't. This one's just guava pomegranate dreams. So maybe that one doesn't have it. Like I was trying to find some that didn't have the sweet because then that would probably bring out a little more of the fruit. And I totally get what you say about like OJ being a little bit sweet. I think maybe we're using words kind of interchangeably as like there's a difference between sour and tart to me. Like I can say something is like this has a little sour tang to it, like its tzatziki sauce is a little sour. It's got that tang to it. It's got that yogurt, like whatever. Like I said, but like what she's looking for, like is that tart, pucker, like whatever. And I totally get that and agree. Like I said, yeah, that's. But I like I said, yeah, I like this. I think it's refreshing. Like I said, yeah, I think it's refreshing. Like I enjoy it, but like yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not. It doesn't seem to be building as much as I thought it was going to be after the first couple sips. Like I thought it was going to be like, oh, this is
on the back of your tongue. You mean?
Yeah, I thought
that's exactly how it was for me yesterday too. I was like, ooh, I might have sat with it a little bit, and there's some things about that I do like.
It does. It's kind of shandy-ish.
Yeah,
you know, because like you were talking about
the beer part coming through.
Yeah, the more beer part coming through, and they just poured orange juice with it.
Yeah,
it's kind of that shandy kind of thing. But I would definitely try some of their other stuff. I'm trying to think of, maybe I haven't had a lot from them. I think I'm just not a huge fan of their name. Because I keep getting it like mixed up, and that's me. That's on me, not them. Yeah, the Shop Beer Company. But yeah, it's like what, a little under 6%.
Oh yeah, I don't even think it's.
I think it's 5.1. Okay,
yeah.
so sessionable.
Yep.
This gets very high ratings on Untapped, where you can follow us as well. If you go to Untapped and search for About Beverages, you can follow us on there and see the over like 9 billion beers that we have tried. I actually finally logged us in after I had to do your stuff the other day. Then I think I logged in our account here on the PC as opposed to just having it on my phone. That's a wish list. 850 total beers we have reviewed. 605 of them have been unique. We have 500 some badges. So top beers, Pliny the Elder, Duchess, 120-minute Ruthless Rye IPA, Consecration.
Ruthless Rye, wow.
It's a good little list there. But anyway, if you want to see a lot of those things, and also if you follow us, I follow you back right away. So there's like, I like seeing what you guys are having too. So it's not like it's not a one-way street.
Follow you, follow me.
What we had was a two-way street. Yes. And I got run over in both directions. No, like I said, I've had a few different people lately, like I said, that have started following us on Untapped. I will follow you right back. I like seeing what you guys are having too. Like I said, it's about, we've talked about like, that's why we started this. And that's why the live stream has been such a huge, I think, boost to our excitement in what we've done for over a decade. Has been the like being able to have the interactivity, being able to have that conversation. Right. And it's like, like I said, I mean, two of us can get together and talk like anytime.
Of course.
We can and we do. But no, it has been a little bit. You brought something.
I did. Well, the reason we didn't get together last week because it was your birthday. So you were, and I'm sure people who are gaming and streaming and doing all that stuff with you. I'm guessing you got some well wishes for your birthday.
I did. It was very nice. That was why I started putting up. I started playing that game. A game actually released on my birthday. A horror puzzle game. I think Pocket would find this game interesting.
Okay.
You could watch a playthrough of this game. She could watch a playthrough of this game.
At our YouTube channel?
At our YouTube channel. Okay. You could go and check this out. Like I said, I started putting up I have 3 parts up so far if you want to check that out. It was taken just from the live stream. So I did do some editing, like, either conversations went long and the gameplay wasn't really going on. So I tried to tighten things up a little bit, but most of it is just what happened during the live stream as we hung out for my birthday. So, yeah.
So I haven't seen you since your birthday. So I brought your birthday present from K2B. Your birthday present. Gee, what could be in a bag that's shaped like that?
We've never opened a present live on air.
We haven't. It's the first time. Happy birthday to us. Everybody sing to Andrew. Happy birthday.
I organized my glasses today too.
To you.
I finally bought some new glasses.
Oh, and it's funny. Today I would have remembered to bring the Collins glasses.
And I bought 6 of those.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, so
I had no idea.
Yeah, you probably didn't, even though I said, don't buy one.
A delicious call. The Willet Straight Rye Whiskey. This is the 4-year reserve, right?
Yeah, it's the same one that got when you wanted for
110
HJ.
proof, a little bit less proof. Okay.
I think
Nice.
I thought I picked
The other
the
one was
same
like
proof.
a weird amount. It was like 110 point
Oh, maybe.
something.
Okay.
The one that I had, not the one that you brought over.
Oh, okay.
Not the one that we got. No, not that one. The one I had bought like originally at
okay.
Total Wine or
I
whatever.
have been trying to order it, and it hasn't been. I ordered like 3 cases. They shipped 1 case of it, but I bought that a while back.
Well, thank you very much. This will be greatly enjoyed. I appreciate that. Yeah, no. I actually speaking of that, I did just finish up the other night when I was streaming. I finished up the Lagavulin 16 that I had. I had like, a little bit, like it was one of those ones where like, I should just finally just empty this, you're looking at it. So.
It's a good treat.
It was like, I remembered the last time I'd had it, like I almost thought like I was like, man, is this one just a little more peaty than I want? Like I'm enjoying it, but like, am I kind of working? But when I had it the other night, man, it was just perfect. I think it's, a lot of times got to be in the right mood for something. Like what scotch are you in the mood for? What bourbon, like whatever, like, you can hit you just the right way, or it can hit you the wrong way.
You have handsome Pete and you had perfect Pete.
That's true. You have you have all the Petes.
All the Petes you ever need.
All the Petes.
That's handsome Pete. He dances.
Now that we can hear it, now I just got to keep playing it.
Pete, you got some customers.
I never thought about it. I just realized that the pirate, that's Hank Azaria, right? Great.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we were just my wife and I have been watching through the entire Friends series again.
Oh, yeah.
We're in season 10, so we're almost done.
He was in the first season, I know.
He's in a bunch of seasons.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah. He's like throughout the whole series because he keeps all of a sudden coming back. It seems like whenever Phoebe is like with somebody else, all of a sudden he'll come back for like, oh, I'm back from Minsk for 2 days. Yeah. He's very funny. Like his character is great. But no, like, did you see? I don't know how many you remember some of the later episodes, but because Paul Rudd's on the ones toward the end. And he and Phoebe are together. Yeah. And at some point,
that's right,
Paul Rudd doesn't want to get married to her, so then they break up. And then all of a sudden, Hank Azaria is back permanently because he's like, yes, he's like, the proton that we were trying to figure out. He's like, yeah, it doesn't work. And he's like, I wish I wouldn't have taken 8 years to figure that out, but whatever, So he's hilarious. So then he decides to like ask her, marry him and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, we're into those last kind of episodes of things. So that show's definitely had its ups and downs. Had some seasons, but like, so I'm surprised how much I'm enjoying some of the later seasons. There's some stuff that's just like, whew, the show's getting long in the tooth and needs to stop. Great podcast as always. Where are tonight's drinks? They are what are tonight's drinks? Oh, okay.
Here we go. We got a command for you.
Boop. Lots.
We already had the beer shop company, the Neonic Sour, Orange Julius Dreams. We just tried that. Not to officially review, although we did talk about it. We dissected that quite a bit, actually. So
we did, surprisingly.
That's what we were trying to do.
Boris Minsk from Pinsk. Don't want that to fall over. But yeah, so then we were going to be, like I said, the actual podcast, we're going to kind of combine 3 of them together because they kind of directly relate, which are the Omission IPA, the Fat Randy's IPA, which maybe now we'll change up the order we do those in. I don't know. Maybe we'll move the fat. Do you want to do completely gluten-free first? 2 of the beers we have are gluten reduced, which is one process, and only one of them is gluten-free. So we're going to do all 3 of those together in one podcast, and then we're going to do a separate podcast with another beer that is kind of in a category that is very unfortunate, I think. But who knows? We'll try it. We'll find out. Maybe this beer is delicious. The active beer drinking lifestyle category. Active lifestyle, like whatever.
Features and benefits.
Low carb, 100 calories or less. This one happens to be gluten reduced. IPA. It's from Stone, or I would not even try it. Like I said, then that's.
Well, we tried. I don't know if we did it of our podcast. The Flyjack, I believe, which was that's Firestone Walker's version of that. I think I know Dogfish Head has a version of that. We haven't tried that one though.
I guess technically the Sequench is
the Sequench, but they also have they have another one that's like 3.3% alcohol, I think.
No, I know. Yeah.
There's that. And yeah, the Sequench is
lower,
delicious. And that's yummy. And that has the sea salt and the limes and all that. It's a sour.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know. Patrick, thank you for the 5 bits. I appreciate it. That's super kind.
5 bits.
5 bits. 5 little bitties. But yeah, so we're going to kind of lump all 3 of those together, and then which one of those will be a stone, and then at the very end we'll do another podcast where we just do that other stone one separate. But yeah, like so we've been doing some research. Like I said, I knew, like I said, I've known about celiac disease. That was something I dealt with. Like I said, when I worked, worked for a coffee company for years, people would call it, if people have, like I said, that, I don't know, what would you call it? Immune deficiency? Hold on. I've got the thing here. Autoimmune. So if someone actually has that autoimmune disease, it's very serious. And like I said, because, it leads to damage of the small
intestines. Yeah.
So that's not good.
So all sorts of discomfort and pain and all that.
Yeah. Everything, like I said, like lesser forms of it is just discomfort, pain, and issues. And then, like I said, the gravest forms, like I said, are actually damage to the intestine. So anyway, people are very concerned. So anytime they're ordering, especially with flavored coffee, they always wonder, is there anything in there that's gluten or what is used for that? Which it wasn't. We always had an answer for that. Like I said, the companies that we dealt with for our flavorings did not use anything that was even close to gluten because it was all chemicals. No, I'm kidding.
It wasn't going to get you that way. It was going to get you with the chemicals.
You another way. Yes. Yeah, you're like, your intestines will be fine. Whew, your pancreas and your liver.
No one here gets out alive.
But anyway, so again, very, like I said, very serious when it comes to those things. So one of the beers we have is completely gluten-free, which means that they don't use any barley or your usual other grains in there that obviously would contain gluten.
Right.
So they go a completely different way, which we'll talk about, that beer and what it uses. The other two, the Omission and the Stone, are just going to kind of go a different route. They use a... what would you call it? It's
an enzyme.
It's an enzyme. Yeah, thank you. Where is it? So Stone specifically uses an enzyme that is from White Labs, which is where they get it's their yeast supplier. It's Clarity Firm, but the enzyme is. Oh, here, this is what I was looking for earlier. So the amount of gluten in this beer is far below the Codex threshold of less than 20 parts per million in total gluten, which is so they say with this enzyme, they actually get the gluten lower than when people say gluten-free.
Oh, okay.
But they cannot say that it is gluten-free because they use products in it that did originally contain gluten. And what this enzyme, like as we talked about, does is it breaks down those chains into different things. And they say that then your body won't notice that they're different things and that they're not gluten.
Okay.
So again, just all that your body, like I said,
right.
So that's that's what we'll talk about. Pretty much say the same stuff in the podcast, but that's what we wanted everybody to know. Like I said, if that is actually a concern, you'd always want to consult your doctor, and because they're brewers, they're not chemists.
Well, some of them may be.
That's a good point.
You never know. Yeah. But the main thing is they're not you, and you know what your issues are.
How far you have to do. So even if it is below that amount, they're kind of not tricking your body. They're doing something with the actual gluten there that then tricks your body into not, into dealing with it properly and not having an issue with it. So anyway,
trickery,
deception, so some trickery there. And then, like I said, the other one is the active lifestyle beer, which that'll be interesting in its own right. So
of course,
I'm glad we got the flavor out of the way, because probably that's it for the rest of the show. I'm kidding.
Well, that's why I didn't want you to open one of the Ghost in the Machines, because definitely would have been bad.
We'll have to do that maybe next week for a podcast. Then we'll have to do that. But yeah, if you ever want to know any of the beers that, like I said, that we've had, like I said, either throughout the week or we do our podcasting, you can always check in the Discord. It is a great place to find that, and along with other information. People have started putting up their own recommendations. We actually, speaking of that, like I said, I was showing Keith just a minute ago that LG had been posting about Ghostfish Brewing, that they have sour beers that are gluten free, which sounded really cool. And that's another thing, interesting thing too. Depending on how severe your gluten allergy is as well, You also can be concerned with the tap lines that the beer initially comes through to fill. Like I saw people, like, because you could get leftover that's from the previous beer. That
yeah.
was not,
Well, that's why a lot of these beers aren't on draft anywhere too.
correct.
They
But
can't
even
assure
within
that.
the brewery, there can be cross contamination.
Right. But like with the Holidaily that we're going to have, they don't even have a gluten ingredient come in the doors.
Correct.
So you don't have to worry about anything like that. So
Holidaily,
that's right.
it would be so nice.
We're not going to get in trouble for that.
I hope not. But yeah, we have to come up with some other things. We have to come up with some other
Contests?
stuff. Yeah.
Challenges?
That challenge is like, like, oh, like, I don't know. There's like stuff that people use their channel points for, but that's how it came up the other day because someone said, I said something about, I said, well, I have all these extra cameras. I said at some point I was going to set one up that was either like an overhead cam, and it's like, oh, turn on the overhead cam for 5 minutes or something. You can do stuff like that. Or I had another
cam.
one. Well, like during the week, I thought like if I set something, I'd be like, oh, I'll have a dog cam. Like if Pippin actually starts relaxing and comes in here, like while I'm streaming, it's like, oh, turn on your dog cam for 5 minutes. And it's like, okay. So anyway, then I think at some point, because Debo, and it was Debo and Backyard and I, we were playing, and Debo was like, he's like, yeah, just make sure it's like in the right place, or all of a sudden it turns into an inadvertent crotch cam.
The crotch cam. Okay.
And I said, well, then that would be funny, because I said you could have something that's not actually the camera. It's just you have your crotch pick of the day, and it's just like you find a picture of somebody and just like zoom in really like tight. And then it's just like whose crotch is it? So then it's like you could have people do channel points. You could have channel points for like 20,000 points to see the crotch of the day, and then it's like you put it up, and it's like people are like, "Oh, whose is that? Is that Alec Baldwin?
Is that the first step down a slippery slope, though?"
It could be. It could be. But yeah, that's where the crotch cam is. So now I think Debo is quite in love with it, because now he's come in the last few days and been like, "Here's the crotch pick," and it's like, okay, I don't need to see.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, food. That's what we need. We need the food. Food discussions.
No crotch discussion, food discussions.
That's right. Holiday.
But that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
So you bought a 4-pack?
No, I just bought one yesterday because I had a feeling my expectations were greater than they should have been. So I reduced my expectations, along with the reduced gluten that we're going to have later too.
Oh, nice.
But then, like I said, I wanted to get your opinion on what you thought of that. So
would you buy more of this one?
No, I would continue my.
No.
There's others out there that I would go. But if someone asked about it, I wouldn't say don't get it. Like there was one that we had, and it was a Boysenberry Sour, and that really, I really pretty much agreed with what Pocket said. Was that it tasted like beer that someone had added some sort of berry flavoring to.
That doesn't sound
good.
And
it didn't taste good.
Okay.
For me, I did not like it. So I did not like it.
I did not like that.
But this is actually something I would say, because I think the orange flavor is great in there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're really expecting it to be that tart, then that's not, it's not a tart sour, but
right.
it's got some nice flavor. And as long as you are okay with a beer taste as well, a little more beer.
Do you have anything you'd like to talk about? You have you have a segment? You like to talk about a segment?
We can talk about it.
If you've got something.
I don't know if anybody's interested anymore, but
I'm always fascinated.
You are, and I know one person.
I'm always fascinated. Who knows?
We have
you never know who could walk in at any moment and be like,
it's like, oh my God, I played that story of the week. Team Fight Tactics.
It is specifically Keith's Team Fight Tactics story of the week. It's his own segment.
It's my journey. It's my personal odyssey through this newest patch, which came out
a
couple of weeks ago. They revamped a lot of stuff, added some, took away some, new builds, new everything. I flew up the charts quickly.
Yeah.
I was approaching Platinum 2, but I was getting there. I was about halfway.
Okay.
And I've fallen back down, unfortunately. I was at Platinum 4, hovering along the zero. I'd gain and zero, and then just the other day I dropped into. But I'm only 6 points away from Platinum 4 again. So it's good.
That's pretty good, though.
Pocket got up. Boy, she was really close, because she was already talking about Platinum. Or Diamond? Diamond. What's the next? Oh, yeah, we're in Platinum. She was already talking about Diamond.
Wow.
I know. She got up to 2, and she's come back down a little bit, but we're just having a hard time finding that build that's your anchor.
So do you not like this season's changes so far, or is it you?
No, I'm good with them so far. It's been good. There's some that I miss, and some that I wish. I've been doing this almost a year. I was looking at my original. I still have my original.
How much have you
email
spent?
from when I signed my 0. Lots of hours though.
Yeah,
lots of
How
hours.
much have you spent emotionally?
Yes. Emotionally, and a lot of hours. But it's no, it's fun. We. But yeah, no, it's been some new challenges and just.
I was almost plat 2 and now freaking 4.
Oh, there we go.
Is that any different than regular 4?
Freaking 4.
Oh God.
Freaking 4. Yeah. Oh wait, almost plat 1. Wait.
Wow. So that's how close she was. She was right there.
Yeah. Now we were there. She was there, and like I said, I was getting there. But then you start experimenting a little bit, and then some things, for some reason, it's just you feel like you're on a roll, and then things just dry up. Then you gotta have that. Hopefully that rock will get you. But I haven't had one of those either. So, but still having fun, still being creative, still
nice,
enjoying. So yes.
That's
so that's
good.
Your story of the week. Enjoying the new builds.
That is a good story though. That's
Yes.
good. I'm glad.
Good.
Like I said, at least it's not like you're back down to cardboard.
Yes, I don't want to be in cardboard.
Cardboard. What is the
Cardboard
lowest?
8.
Silver probably.
It's iron.
Oh, iron, silver, gold.
There's
platinum?
a bronze too, I think.
Iron, bronze, silver, gold, platinum.
Sounds right.
Diamond.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot of levels.
I think that's a lot.
Seems
of
a little excessive.
levels.
It seems a little excessive.
Levels.
Listen, I know the wrestlers get all the fancy ladies, and the clothes, and the free creams and lotions. But my life is good.
It's true.
Really good. I get to wake up every morning at 5 a.m., make some soup. It's the best.
This is stupid, but I love it.
I get to lay in a bed by myself all of my life. It's fantastic.
Don't know why I think that is so funny. Iron, bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, challenger, master. Ooh, wow!
Wow.
You got some work.
You
got some work to do, man.
Hey, I know I'm in plaid, but at least I've gotten past 4 of them.
That's true.
I'm in
You're
the 5th.
over halfway.
You're can't
in the 50th
ever see me
percentile?
being in diamond.
In the 50th percentile.
But you never know. And LOL.
Diamond. Probably. I mean, I could see you getting how you peek into there a little bit.
Maybe I might,
but hit challenger or master. Probably,
and another.
Probably not.
Oh wow.
Nothing against you.
No. I might be able to dip my toe in diamond. Maybe eventually
in the diamond waters of Lake Titicaca.
Yeah, that's right. I might be able to get there eventually.
All right, let's take a break. Let's go grab 3 beers, some bottle openers, some fresh glasses, and then we'll get to actually our official podcast recordings. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. I am, like I said, tentatively going to start putting the full live stream up on YouTube. Don't quote me on that yet. I am recording. I forgot the first 30 seconds, and then I remembered to hit the record button. So we've been recording this whole time. So I'm thinking about, like I said, not the podcasts that we do. Those will still be completely separate. You will not have a problem finding those. Like I said, those are going to be still their own thing. But like I said, for some people that either missed the live show or just want to watch it again, or when we reference things, we'll actually have it archived because Twitch only does it for a couple weeks. I am going to think tentatively start putting those up because I can just do it really, it's not like I need to get a post or do a bunch of writing. You can just be like, here's our live show that we recorded on Twitch on this day, and just kind of keep spitting it out. So anyway, like I said, if you're interested, you can look for that, probably put that up sometime obviously before next live show, but after we've gotten through all the Let's Play things, because I want to let those live a little bit. But yeah, let's go grab some beers and we'll
listen to Harris Heller.
Yeah, we'll
and
play
the
a little
stream
music.
beats. Mm-hmm. Because we can't sing anymore.
No, we can't.
Not that we ever.
Maybe we'll tempt it.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It is. I bought 2 of them.
Is it a bomber or what is it?
No, 12-ounce bottles.
Wow.
Tap and Bottle. Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it. I've been there.
They're a really cool
Maybe
place.
go
If you're
there
in
this
Southern
weekend.
Arizona.
Who knows?
Yeah, just look up, the Sublimely Self-Righteous is back.
Have you tried one yet?
I did. I bought 2 of them.
And how was it?
They were delicious.
Okay.
Yeah. Just as I remembered them. That was a style I missed. I don't need a lot of that style.
The dark IPA.
Yeah, the black IPA,
yeah.
but man, it's pretty good.
Yeah. No, that was always a good one.
Always
a good one.
Always a good one.
Oh, man.
Hey,
stop that.
Ho, ho, ho.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
no yawning.
No yawning.
All right, what do we
Can't
need
do
to
it.
Just here a little bit. May just have to All right, so our glassware is there.
Oh, no.
Is that yours or that's mine?
There we go.
Okay. All right.
I don't know why I thought the glass in front of me was the one. Or the glass when the glass clearly on the screen is in front of you.
Yeah.
I moved the glass in front of me.
Clearly not choosing. I know where the gluten is.
Oh God! Never equally or unnoticed that never enter into a death match with a Sicilian or ever into when death is on the line.
Yeah.
Like that.
Never go up against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
I know you've given everything away.
Yeah, I know where the poison is. What in the world? I just think that's you guessed wrong. You only think you guessed wrong. I switched classes. The amount of times that I have over the years said I've developed an immunity gain powder in reference to something is probably like a staggering amount.
That's good.
I would a small fortune worth of money I'd have to pay out if I talked about that. All right, we're going to record a podcast. When we do that, we do remove a few things. We're going to take down some buttons, some overlays, all of that stuff. Not that we don't love you guys. We appreciate it. If you are new to the channel and would like to drop a follow, you can still totally do that. The alert will not happen for a little bit because we're going to record a podcast. This goes up on YouTube. We edit these, like I said, they usually every week we usually put up at least some sort of video, like I said, in regards to the beverages that we're having. And you can find those there. If you want to subscribe to us on YouTube, we would super appreciate that. Shameless plug right there. Twitter also is another good place to look for us. And because that is where you can find out when we're going live, other things that we're having through Untapped or wines or whiskeys or anything. Like I said, that is another great place and a place you can reach out to us then too. Like I said, not just through email, but like I said, Twitter is great to, if you are having a beer that you love or like a whiskey or something like let us know. Like we want to try those things or like I said, or know that we should not try them because they're absolutely disgusting.
Oh, I have to remember to actually, I was talking with Todd doesn't know about Untapped. And that seems like the perfect one.
Oh my God. How does he not know? Well,
I told him about it.
Although if he doesn't know about or like Twitter.
Well, he might still use Untapped.
Oh, I know. I think he would.
To give
I'm just saying
ratings,
that's probably why he doesn't know about
Untapped. He does love to
Untapped.
give reviews. And that's right up Untapped's alley.
You mean he doesn't want to be on Twitter, yet he likes giving his opinion? This is interesting. Maybe his opinion is not as inflammatory as Twitter would look for.
Could be.
Whereas Untapped is a more friendly place, so it might be perfect for him.
Yes,
he should,
absolutely.
and then he should follow About Beverages.
Yes.
Beware evildoers wherever you are. So anyway, we're going to record the podcast. We're already recording, so I actually don't even have to
You don't
worry
have
about
to.
it.
You don't have to hit the button. We don't have to wait for it to go blip.
Nope, don't have to wait for any of that stuff.
So whenever magic strikes,
yeah.
you can edit.
So how do you want to let's just at least
Outline
just for a second. So we'll do our usual little banter.
Okay.
And then we've got a couple beers. Do you want me to move this? Like, do you want to read that little thing, or not the whole thing, but like the first little bit? Like, so
Okay,
Why do you care about gluten free? Well, here's why you care about gluten. Something like that. And then you can say like, unfortunately, we thought we'd found, or Andrew thought he'd found multiple.
Well, we'll talk about Okay.
It's like, so we can talk about that, and then the process stuff. I can talk about that part.
Okay.
I just need to find the hell's that.
Actually, that'd be good too, because I'll mention a few weeks ago during one of our live streams on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, a discussion
that's how
came up.
That's how we can start the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the discussion when you're watching the live show. You get the behind the scenes of how we set up our podcast.
Hopefully you're all still awake out there.
Yeah. I could have sworn it actually said the name of
The enzyme?
Yeah.
Clarity Firm.
Well, but
there was a different enzyme on the Emission site.
Oh, okay. Is that where I saw it? Okay. Sorry.
Somehow you had it. I know you showed me that.
Oh, if I go here. Must be under here. I'll just say people use different proprietary enzymes.
Yeah.
I'll try and remember something.
Yeah,
like
an
that.
umbrella to cover it all.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about too. We take numerous specific steps to ensure there's no cross-contamination in our brewing or packaging facilities. Carefully clean and sanitize every tank, pipeline, and whatever. We're doing the gluten stuff. Okay. And then they do the different tests. Okay. All right. We'll fumble our way through that.
And it'll be magic.
That's right. Okay. The editing will be magic.
There appears to be something missing from our table today. It's been removed.
That's interesting because I see actually multiple beers for this podcast. I see glassware. I see a mixing board. Actually, this table's kind of crowded, so I don't know.
It is kind of crowded.
I have no idea what we could actually be missing. What would that be?
Well, for the most part, I think we are missing gluten.
It definitely seems like it
has been either removed or was never there to begin with.
There we go.
Yes.
I like it. Oh, interesting. It seems like an interesting thing for a podcast. Did you come up with that?
I didn't actually. I didn't come up with it. It was actually listeners that came up with that.
Interesting.
No, it was a discussion that we had actually on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages a few weeks ago. I don't know. I don't even remember how it came up, but all of a sudden it was out there, and it was suggested by one of our listeners, and then it was seconded and thirded and forwarded, and all of a sudden here we are today having a gluten-free podcast.
We are gluten-free and gluten-reduced podcast involving 3 beers. 3 different breweries have come to the table for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are About Beverages. And the beverages that we are about today are either gluten-reduced or gluten-free. And the 3 that we're going to have today are the Omission IPA. We've got the Fat Randy IPA from Holidaily Brewing, and we've got Stone's Delicious IPA. And the one from Holidaily, the Fat Randy IPA, is gluten-free. That is a brewery that no gluten ingredients ever enter into the brewery, so there is no doubt that it is gluten-free. And if you go to their website, there's more information as to why that is and what caused them to start that. But that one is completely gluten-free.
Now, why would actually people care about like not having gluten in there? Like, is it like a flavor that people don't like, or like what do you think they would?
No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not a flavor, but gluten. There are a lot of people actually who have celiac disease, which is a serious autoimmune disease that occurs genetically in genetically predisposed people, where the ingestion of gluten leads to damage in the small intestine.
Yeah, and obviously that's the extreme cases, but even lesser cases of it can be extreme discomfort and other sorts of pain and stuff like that. And obviously depending on how...
There are some people who are just intolerant to it. There are some people who have a sensitivity. There's a lot of different... I've talked with a lot of people over the years at my job, and some of them have to be very concerned about it, and really it needs to be 100% gluten-free. Others, they just... they have to be aware of it, but it's not as drastic and serious of a thing. So that's what. And gluten is found in wheat. It's found in a lot of grains, not all grains, but it's found in a lot of grains. It can even. It's funny. It's something even like we have oats, which are gluten-free naturally, but if the crop is grown close to a gluten crop, then the wind can actually blow particles of that. Yeah. So that's even the kind of stuff that you have to worry about. So there are, it's a serious thing. So for people who want to enjoy a beer, the options are limited but growing, and we're going to try some of those.
Yeah, like I said, so the difference between the main difference between obviously gluten free is like Keith just said, no gluten ever enters. Like I said, the building, at least for the Holidaily Brewing Company, they use a completely different grain bill than what you would normally use if you were brewing a beer. The one from Stone and the one from Omission, they take a different route. It's a much more typical grain bill that you would see, but then each of them uses a different proprietary enzyme to meet the goal of changing those gluten chains, basically, and deconstructing them so that they turn into something else that's not gluten. Like I said, they have to test for this. You can actually go to the websites based on, on the bottom of the can or on the different bottles and things, they'll actually usually tell you where you can find the testing information for each batch, because they have to, obviously, because again, this is very serious, except for some people. So you can go and find out all that information on how their testing went. But most of them say that they actually reduce it far below the threshold of even what would be considered not even having gluten, which is less than 20 parts per million. Again, they're changing it into something different. So maybe your body still doesn't handle that well.
Right.
Again, always consult a doctor if, like I said, or your body, of which one of these you need to have or what you can be worked with. But like I said, again, they've done some pretty amazing things with, like I said, with these enzymes to be able to have, we'll find out if this actually still tastes as much like a beer as we think it could or should.
And those two breweries, actually, Stone and Omission, they actually have to, they go through cleaning of their equipment, actually.
Yeah, that's
in
another
between
thing to
the
bring
runs.
up as well, right?
So they go through a lot of efforts to make sure that everything is sanitized before they actually brew these beers. Whereas, like I said, Holidaily does not have to worry about that because that's all they deal with is gluten-free products. So. So we're going to start with the Emission IPA, which we're fairly certain we have tried before, but not in an analytical type way. Just we opened up a show with it when we first started carrying it at Trader Joe's a few months back. So that's what we're going to start with.
Yeah. So wow, super clear.
Yes,
we can start with that right away. Super clear.
A light copper yellowish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like I said.
Beer color. It looks like beer.
It looks like beer. All right, let's see if it actually smells like beer. It smells like a very certain type of beer. This smells like, dare I say, has the ballpark aroma to it. It's got kind of that lagerish kind of smell almost for some reason to me.
It does have that. There's a little metallic or something in there too?
Like I said, it is almost a little bit of like, not quite Kolsch. It's not quite that light, but it's in that area.
Yeah.
Like I said, so interesting.
Yeah.
Well, taste.
Yeah. We've got 3 to drink for this podcast.
Yeah, we got to get moving. Think about it a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to say it.
I wasn't sure. I just wanted, like, the first one. I'm sorry. I was like, I had to get that because I was like,
the aroma's almost a little bit skunky in a way.
I didn't get that. I just kind of went to the ballpark. HJ, good to see you. That is all the beverages we're having. We just started the Omission IPA. We're starting that big group of gluten-free, gluten-reduced podcasts. Youngblood, how's it going? Good to see you as well. Yo to you.
Yo.
I poured less. It might be good that we brought glass there. Good call on that. Like, because I probably I don't know if I'm gonna finish this one. Behind the scenes. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this.
Behind the scenes.
This is the stuff you can see if you watch the complete, unedited, full cut,
at our YouTube
bigger,
channel.
Longer, and uncut video.
Wow.
Oh my God, we may have to call it
About
that.
Beverages.
About Beverages, bigger, longer, and uncut.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they're pretty cool. They're
fine with that. They're like these small YouTubers. Let them have it.
The movie was out 21, almost 22 years ago anyway.
Oh my God.
I know, 99.
We saw that at the Buena Vista.
No, the Catalina.
Oh, the Catalina.
Yes, I know. Wasn't that was like a pretty big group? Wasn't it Sanderson?
Yeah. And Adam?
Was he there too?
Yeah.
And David Misty, I think.
Yeah.
That was a big.
Yeah. That was a bigger, longer, and uncut group.
That was. Whoa.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
That bitterness still really holds through to me, like metallic.
Yeah.
Kind of like, it's almost like when you get those European beers that kind of have like the water is a little bit different. Like that, it's that kind of metallic copper penny kind of thing.
And I don't remember that. I don't remember thinking that about this when we tried it. There's definitely that bitterness stays with you. That metallic-y kind of. It's drying my mouth out though for sure.
It is as well. 65 IBUs, 6.7% alcohol. Like I said, it's like I said, just because something is gluten free or gluten reduced does not mean it's lower in carbs. This one still has 15 carbs, which is lower for a beer.
Okay.
Like I said, but it doesn't mean that it's cutting that. Like it's not taking that stuff out.
Right.
So, but yeah,
that's it.
It definitely doesn't not taste like a beer. It's not like I'm like, oh, that doesn't taste like. It just tastes like a beer that I would not drink.
Right.
It's just not my style.
Right.
Like I said, it just reminds me very much.
And we're
of
fortunate enough not to suffer from any
Correct.
of these things.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have to choose this.
There's no faults. It would just not be flavors that I would be choosing. Should we move on to the next one?
Let's do it.
All right, let's crack open the next one. And actually, do I even have to go get it? I don't. It's right here, but we're still going to take a quick little time lapse. Okay. I wanted to be able to pour out and do all that stuff. Bought Final Fantasy 14. My life is over. Well, gee, you just went from the 100-hour game of Assassin's Creed Valhalla to that. I miss liking IPAs. They screw with me now. Major headaches. A lot of that too can. There's a few things it can depend on. Depending on the IPAs you were having, it can also be the hops. Because, like I said, I know our brothers specifically, and even sometimes actually HJ in chat. Sometimes there used to be certain like stronger, pinier hops. Like
really
would give them a little bit of. Like I know for quite a while. You think you're allergic to? You could be. I mean, you can always be allergic to anything. You never know. I don't know if have you ever tried like a lot of like New England style IPAs or the hazy IPAs that are more fruity, juicy kind of things. Yeah, that like I said, that's kind of what I have heard is the pinier stuff kind of has done that. Well, because I remember with Joe actually specifically Dragoon, like even though he drinks it in like there was like a period where he like thought that was like every time he'd have one, it made him. And I think it was maybe like also those tend to be Dragoons are a little drier too. So I don't know if it was just like in general. Juicy ones settle pretty well, but too sugary. It depends. It depends too on again breweries and all that stuff is different. That's what's hard sometimes about beers. You can't just if you actually want to investigate, it's not always just like every hate or every this kind of is bad. It's like it could be just that brewery or whatever. But
should we rinse or maybe just pour a little bit in, swish it, and then?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe like
which
condition.
One are we doing?
We're gonna go with that one, I think.
Okay.
Although we're mixing up the. Yeah, we're going completely gluten-free. Yeah. At least that'll...
I should have brought in water.
Yeah, this will kind of... Actually, this sort of do the same kind of thing.
It might be better. In case my water had gluten in it.
Yes. Gluten.
This is all the behind-the-scenes thing. Now you're going to know this is going to be footage. It's going to be there now. It's for all to see.
Behind the scenes.
Right,
there's certain things that we have to not do now.
I know.
Yeah,
exactly. You got to always keep your shirt on.
That's right. All right.
We are back with beer number 2. This one is completely gluten-free.
Gluten-free. That's right.
Not a stitch of gluten to be found. Not even anywhere
stitches.
in the brewery. It never even enters in. They don't have to worry about cleaning anything. Like I said, because literally they use a different...
Well, they probably clean things, but they don't have to clean it to make their... Yeah. Well, let's hope. Yeah. On their website, we never clean any of our equipment. Okay. That's another problem altogether.
So they go for a different kind of grain bill. Like I said, so that's how they completely do that. Like I said, you can check out their website. We'll have links to it down there in the comments if you want to find out a little bit more about Holidaily Brewing. I have to think about it when I go to say that because I just want to say Holiday.
Yes.
Holidaily Brewing Company. Yep. They are out of Colorado. Golden, Colorado.
Yeah.
So this is the Fat Randy's IPA.
And there's once again information about this, how this got its name at their website. It's the grain bill is millet and buckwheat. And got this at Tap and Bottle. They had one of their other ones there as well. But yeah. I'm very excited to try this actually.
I think if this beer wasn't cloudy right now, it'd be similar in color to the one we just had. Maybe slightly darker.
It's not a hazy though, specifically.
It doesn't say that.
I wonder if that's just how beers of this ilk pour.
It could be. This one's 7% alcohol, 55 IBUs. Like I said, so similar to the last one. A little more alcohol, a little less IBUs.
Yep. Okay. Oh, that smells really good.
Actually, it does smell pretty good. Yeah. It kind of has a hazy, like that little more juicier kind of aroma to it, but kind of like more of a pale ale version of it, I'm going to say, because it's not like hitting me. It took me a second there to kind of get.
But there's some good piney action going on in there too.
Oh, at the very end.
Yeah,
okay.
Little pine, little fruit.
So this one uses Mosaic, Cascade, and Centennial for the hops.
I always like the Mosaic.
Yeah, that's a good balance of things. Yeah, no, it smells good. It's not, like I said, it's not in your face, like I said, but it's a good solid aroma.
It's there.
Okay.
Yeah. That's interesting.
It's very unique.
because it starts out like a beer
Yeah, go on.
and then goes like 3 different directions.
Yes. Yeah. It's like kind of tangy. There's like a little tart, like sweet.
There's a little like...
It's like a sugary sweet thing.
There's almost like a...
It's sorghum. I taste sorghum.
Maybe that's it.
I don't know. There's no sorghum in there. But yeah, no, like I said, yeah, it's got the initial fruit of like that beer. You're
And
like,
you think,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden it like kind of washes back forward a little bit. And there's a little maybe bready note, a little yeasty note in there.
Yeah, but there's definitely something kind of fruit tangy that comes back through. And that could be some from the hops a little bit. But like there's a different...
There's a pleasant bitter to it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's definitely some bitterness in there. That's not bad. It's very unique. I kind of... Don't have to yell at me.
No! Yeah, sorry, I yelled.
Oh, God.
I thought you said you wanted me to be loud.
Oh, okay.
No, you didn't. I
like that.
Yeah, but it the first third to half of that sip is like, oh, I'm just drinking a regular beer. Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah, there's something...
But not in a bad way.
And I don't know, like I said, in this situation, I don't know how much of that is... I mean, I'm assuming some of that is from the difference in the grain bill. But I also, you never know what... With the hop combination they used, how much of that fruit is coming back forward because of, what they did. And this one is a little bit cloudier. So like they didn't clarify or they didn't do some other things. So they've left a little bit more in there. So no, that's pretty good. Like
I am pleasantly surprised by that.
Yeah. If I did not have to have, if I didn't have to have gluten.
Yeah.
If I could not have gluten. So far, yeah, I would go for this one. This is pretty tasty.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Let's go grab a beer. Number 3. Okay.
I'm very surprised.
I'm gonna sit here for a second and finish this.
Yeah. There's pine on the finish.
Yeah, there is a fair amount of pine, and I need a chair I can lean back in. I need to be able to just pull off the microphone and be like,
yeah.
Oh man, I tell you, when I did my work. Huh. That is, yeah.
I would definitely try something else from theirs. And
100%.
Huh.
So they do. So the other one that Tap and Bottle has is, I think this one, Favorite Blonde,
which is cool. If you read, it's a tribute to, I think, a daughter, and she's an optometrist, and so that's why the label is set up like that.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
They have Big Henry, which is a hazy. So this one is. They actually have one that's called a hazy IP.
This is pretty hazy.
Yeah. Similar malt bill. They use Mosaic and Cashmere. Cashmere is a hop that I do like. That's going to be definitely fruity tropical malt. That'd be a good one to try. So Big Henry, they have a stout.
Yeah, I was intrigued by that too.
Chocolate millet malts and buckwheat malt. They use a lot of, so the buckwheat probably is like their base malt almost. They have a pumpkin ale.
Yeah.
They have a red ale. They have a Belgian. And yeah, I would try any one of these. Like I said, based off of this one. This is very unique, but in a good way. That's very interesting. There was, like I said, again, if you just joined us, I want to mention once again, !Discord. If you go in the Discord and go under the pub, people have been kind enough. They've been putting in either things that they've been having lately, stuff that we should try or whatever. And like I said earlier, LG had put in a post about Ghostfish Brewing and their beers. Also, they are a gluten-free brewery, and they do sours as well. Like I said, which I thought was really interesting. So if I see any of that stuff, I would love to try some of that stuff. So that kind of sounded very interesting.
We'll have to see. Maybe like Total Wine or someplace like that has a bigger selection. Check that out. Yeah, that's quite good. The more I sit with that, I'm like, that's one of those I was worried that maybe I was a little too, hopeful of how it might taste.
The more I sit with it, the more I sit with it.
The more I sit with it, the more I sit with it.
Yeah,
that's right. And then we got to drink this.
I was going to say, see, this would be something you do channel points for. Drink the spit cup at the end of the evening.
But it's not. Well, fortunately, it's not a spit cup, though.
Yeah. Drink the blended cup. 50,000 channel points. You drink the blended cup.
Drink the spit cup.
Yoru, how's it going? Good to see you. Long time no see. How are you? How is your destiny going? How is everything? Good to see you. More of that one. You can have in a bit if you want. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, beer number 3. This one is the last one we'll be having, at least in this little podcast. Is another gluten reduced. This is from Stone Brewing Company. This is their delicious IPA. This one has been around for quite a while. Yeah, they've been doing this one. I know I've had this one on numerous occasions. I think we may have even reviewed that. You can always check in the archives at AboutBeverages.com, maybe even on YouTube. Go look, see if we talked about this one before, and then you can compare and contrast.
We've done a lot of Stone beers
done previously,
but Stone's done a lot of beers. So
it's true.
This actually goes back. I think this originated with their previous brewmaster, Mitch Steele, I believe.
Oh, I'm sure,
because it was his father-in-law or somebody who had the gluten intolerance, and so that's why they created this one.
At least that's what he claimed at every get-together when he didn't want to drink Mitch's beer.
Right.
He's like, I have a good. He was finally like, I made this one for you.
This for you.
If you're one of us, you'll take a bite. But yeah, but Stone, like I said, again, known far and wide, really good IPAs, really good things to come. You know, like I said, I'll always try all the stuff that they have. So if they're doing something that is within this realm, I want to give it a try.
Of course.
So
we're going to give it a shot.
We're going to give it a shot. We are back to clarity here for the most part.
Yep.
And similar color to the Omission, I would say. Yeah, maybe a little more orangey.
Yeah, a little darker, but very similar.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we'll take a second with this one so I can actually find what the hell's in this one. Oh, don't look at tasting notes.
I was just looking at I looked at.
I wanted to mention
the
hops. Yeah,
okay.
Actually, what is the?
I know lemon drop was always the one that was the main one in this. I thought, but
let's say. Oh, it's vegan.
Drink our beer with ice.
Oh,
we drink our beer after it's been in ice.
Maybe
the bottle or the can.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh wait, do you? Oh, sorry. It was I thought you were saying something on Stone's website. I was like, Stone said that?
No.
Awesome. Been writing mostly. Oh, very good. Do you drink your beer with ice? Never. Never. No. I do not. I don't put ice in almost anything other than soda. Or water.
Or a gin and tonic.
Or water or gin and tonic.
Certain things.
Yeah, okay. So I've gone off the rails there. Nice little balance of pine and fruit.
I'm not getting a lot in there though.
I'm getting definitely the hops in this one. It's Nugget, Calypso, Lemon Drop, and El Dorado. It is 7.7%.
Wow.
And
that's approaching double.
Yeah, and it is 75 IBUs. Is that correct? Yeah, 75 IBUs. So
now
is definitely the most bold of all of them.
I saw there on their site it said it had the little draft sign, but I thought they were saying you couldn't do this one on draft.
You can. It's just then it's up to you to be worried about
decide,
how someone is taking care of the tap lines. Like I said, so that's kind of their thing.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think the aroma is not abundant, but like I said, what is there is kind of similar. Like I said,
right.
I'm definitely getting some pine. I'm getting a little fruit. Like I said, I just read lemon drop, so I want to say lemon.
Yeah, I know I was worried about that too.
But that is what I'm getting. Like
that was the one little.
It's definitely not lime. It's that kind of citrus. Yeah. Like I said, it's not orange. Like I said, it is lemon. I'm getting lemon. Like I said, and a little bit of pine in there. It smells nice. It's not like
right.
It's similar. Like all of these have had the aroma has not been over the top in any way.
Right. Not over the top. No.
Yeah.
The most pronounced was the Holidaily so far, to me.
Okay. I thought that one was also fairly muted. Like it wasn't like I had to.
I was.
And then I got.
Well, yeah, because I got it. I think I did get more of that than you did. So, and I'm not getting what you're getting out of this. So there. No,
we'll take that. All right. Let's see what we get in the taste. I'm going to think about it a bit.
Well, yeah.
If not, that's fine.
The Holidaily I could just talk about right away because, I said, to me, everything was there. This one it's interesting. It kind of reminds me of the Omission a little bit. I guess maybe we should be talking about this.
If you have that much to say, then are you ready?
All right. Yeah, let's try it again.
Okay.
there is a similar component in this and the Omission. In flavor,
and that they're both
for
beer.
Me.
Oh,
flavor wise for me, there's a similar heaviness. I know I can't quite define it because I can't quite define it. Go ahead, because maybe you'll help me figure this out.
I get a little bit of what you're saying. This to me tastes like this tastes the most beer of all the three of what I like to drink in an IPA.
Okay.
This tastes, like I said, it's more toward the regular like Stone IPA. Like if you think of their classic IPA, where it's like that thinner malt bill, it's a little malty, it's pretty smooth, a little bit dry. Pretty strong bitter on the back, pretty firm bitter.
Yeah, that's definitely there.
Of the malt bill, like I said, but it just tastes like kind of classic Stone. I get a little bit of that citrus in there. I got more in the aroma than I did in that, but it's just kind of classic Stone. There's not a lot of complexity here, which usually you get out of Stone IPAs and other things. I think it's missing some of that.
Yeah.
Like I said, but for my palate of the three that we've had, this would probably be the one I would pick, just because it just reminds you. Like I said, it's just like if I'm thinking of something like I want something that's just like beer. If you want something that's a little more unique and maybe kind of like, okay, like then the Holidaily I think was very good, but I think it might be more of like a reach of trying to explain it to. I don't know. There's something there that I think a lot of people, if you're maybe just everyday beer drinker or whatever, like if you don't go for a lot of the other sour things, you're like, hey, I'd like to try a gluten IPA. I don't know if that'd be the first one I'd recommend, just because it's not what people would normally expect out of an IPA. It's got some other levels that I think are unique and interesting. But maybe you'd want to make sure, like I said, this to me is the most, but like I said, the Omission by far is my least favorite. It like just because I do not like the it's not, but it reminds me of like lager taste, ballpark,
right? That
kind of stuff. It's very thin, just a little bitter, and just is, like I said, it's not, for me, is not a flavor profile I'm looking for. But I'm sure some people would like that one. There's no faults to it.
Right. I don't, maybe, I think I've had this before and I've liked it more. I'm actually not really a fan of this.
Okay.
I would take the Holidaily personally, and this is good because usually you and I agree pretty much on everything, so it's good to have. There's something in this, and the reason I said there's a similar component, as I was wondering if the enzyme treats the ingredients a certain way, and adds a component there.
Yeah,
and that's
I don't
kind of
know
what I'm picking up.
Because they're both used, like I said, this one, like I said, obviously Stone, they work with White Labs for all of their, yeast and everything else.
Right.
And that's where they get this enzyme from. Like I said, I don't know if Omission also uses White Labs or if they use something different. Like I said, everyone probably has their own proprietary, strain to some extent. So that's going to be, a different, but, like I said, no, I really like the Holiday. Like, I don't want to come off like I'm not, really liked that one. I thought it was good. And I thought it was very unique and interesting, but like, if you're, so if it's just for me, I'd probably, man, that's tough. It just depends on what I'm in the mood. If it's just for me, it depends on what I'm in the mood for. If I'm in for like just a classic, like I want, bitter, just classic, just kind of
go
bitter,
to somebody
bitter Stone, piney IPA, something like, whatever, just kind of piney bitter. Like then I would say this, the Stone is the closest to that. If someone is a little bit, or if I'm in the mood for like, I kind of want more of that little bit of a New England style, but it quite wasn't fully there, and they do a hazy IPA. Like I said, I would definitely, and I would try other stuff from Holiday. Like that was very unique and interesting. But again, providing to someone else, that's where it becomes difficult, don't you think, or no?
What do you mean?
If I am at your store and I come in and say like, I want to try a gluten reduced or gluten free IPA, what do you recommend? And then you're like, well, what do you normally drink? Well, I drink, I like my IPAs. I like. I like Odell's got an IPA, and this someone else, like if they just kind of throw out some very generic kind of IPAs, like, you know what I mean? Where that one is kind of different. Like this one to me, based on the taste, is a little bit of an interesting sell just because of the flavor components.
And I think I would say that I would say there's just something about the delicious that just is the bitter to me, but there's the other stuff in there that doesn't speak IPA to me. Okay. I don't know why, but this,
excuse me, stewardess, I speak jive.
The first half of this, the third half is to me, tasting it's like, oh, I'm just drinking a regular beer.
Yeah.
Yes, then it does go into some different places.
Yeah.
But to me, those places are acceptable. I don't know.
To me, they are.
And I know you're saying that.
Yeah.
I know you're not saying you dislike that.
But
I 100% know what you're getting.
I guess
at.
I've come at this like it's some weird angles. Like I should just be specific to me, which then I would take either one of these. I would enjoy either one of these. Like I said, just depends on the mood that I'm in. Like I said, again, I don't know why I was like bringing in the mythical customer that would come and asking for that.
No, that's good. That is good because that happens a lot.
You think about those people though that are like, that's server. I always try to think about like a server that's trying to explain beer and all those other different things. It sometimes is very hard. Like someone like, oh, I want an IPA. Oh, I can't have this. And it's like, right. Then are you able to go right? I think you can mention that one, but I think there has to be some explanation, like you just said, like, well, hey, if you kind of like the hazy style a little bit, I think it's got some of that fruit in there, but then at the end, it's going to go a couple different directions. Can I get you a sample? Like, I think it's kind of like that. Whereas if someone just says,
it's interesting, you're gonna,
no,
these are good conversations to have because they are conversations I have to have with people, and like you say, and we're having with people because there's somebody out there that right now that might be like, oh, I'm kind of interested in that or this one, and here are the reasons why. So it's good discussion. I'm glad we did this. I've been pleasantly surprised and a little bit like not confused, but pleasantly surprised, and it's got my mind thinking about it's challenging my brain and my palate, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is definitely a good thing. And like I said, if you guys have some suggestions or ideas for other gluten-free or gluten-reduced beers that we should be trying, if we can find them here in Southern Arizona, please definitely mention it down there in the comments. We're always willing to learn about some other great options out there. And this is not the full extent. Obviously, this is just three.
We know these aren't the only three.
Yeah, these are three that were easily available to us. That, like I said, some of them that we've either had or had tried before, and then like I said, one that was completely brand new. But let us know at either, like I said, again here at YouTube, or if you want to go to our website at aboutbeverages.com, you can also leave a comment there, or check out all the other podcasts that we have done over the last 12 years, over 12 years now that we have been doing this. There are lots of podcasts, videos, audio, all that kind of stuff. But again, latest and greatest is up on YouTube. If you only want audio, you can always go to Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast. If there is a podcast service out there that you enjoy, search for About Beverages. We will definitely be there. We can definitely check all that stuff out. Is there anywhere else they could find us in the internet universe?
Of course, the three pillars. The three pillars of social media, which are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We use Twitter the most. We're going to let you know when we are going live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages most Thursday evenings. That's when we record our podcasts, when we just get together with our viewers and just hang out and chat about all kinds of things. And now it's very possible that those entire episodes are going to be available on YouTube, actually, for you to go back and revisit, for us to go back and revisit and learn what we...
Oh, God, what have we done?
What can we learn from these things? There's always... You never stop learning. So, so we use Twitter quite a bit, and Andrew definitely uses Twitter because he's gaming throughout the week.
That's true.
Doing different things, challenges, all that kind of stuff, and he'll let you know what he's going to be doing and when he will be doing it.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
And that is a complete podcast.
Hopefully I wasn't too loud there.
No, you were perfect.
Okay.
That is a complete podcast. Thank you. That was...
admire the shirt. Stirring things up since 2008.
Berserker, how's it going? Ahoy, Beverages
Berserker.
Boys. Feels like it's been ages. It has, Berserker. It is good to see you. Sorry about that. We were just wrapping up the podcast, and you know how it goes with editing. I know how it goes.
What's that?
I appreciate it. I don't have audio on, but just wanted to stop in for a second to admire Keith's shirt. I thought you were waiting for the Keith Flex, which you don't give out for free. You got to wait for people turn in points for that. I know you've been wanting to.
So we've turned it into dollars now.
Turning it into dollars. I don't know. We're just going to let that go for a minute and see if anything comes out of that.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate it. And we're going to have another podcast here in just a minute as we let this one settle down.
Just wasn't a fan of that.
Huh. I like it. It reminds. I didn't want to say it's because it doesn't taste like a Stone IPA. Someone stole my greeting, so I'll simply say hello, gents. How's it going tonight? Dog boy, how's it going? Good to see you. We just wrapped up our 3-pack gluten-free / gluten-reduced podcast right there. So like I said, we were knocking that out. I will hit there's the beverage command right there. We enjoyed a beer from the Beer Shop Company that was earlier on. That was a sour Orange Julius Dreams.
They're out of Phoenix.
They're out of Phoenix. That's where they were out of. And then we just had the Omission IPA, the Fat Randy's IPA.
Wow.
If you don't like the Fat Randy's.
That was a tiny sip that just immediately went the wrong way.
Oh, and we had the delicious IPA from Stone. So we did kind of those three in a podcast. The Fat Randy's is actually 100%. It is gluten-free. The other two were gluten-reduced. Gesundheit. That's all right.
Yes, I'm glad I did that off camera. I leaned the right way.
I leaned.
There's a heaviness. There's something that, and once again, and that's what I was trying to figure out.
Right.
What is it, and is it the enzymes?
Phenomenal shirts all around tonight. That's true. Introvert, you were here too. Introvert, how's it going? Sorry, I missed your delicious little beer chugging right there. Gluten-free beer,
Gluten-free.
And we actually have one more that we'll try in just a second that is gluten-reduced. Like I said, I thought I had 2 gluten-frees and 2 gluten-reduced.
Yeah.
Turns out,
well, the
Omission, the way they describe things felt. But again, I read it incorrectly.
And that's what and actually there for a while when I was talking about it with customers at the store, I was like, well, this one, meaning Stone, is crafted to remove gluten, whereas this one is gluten-free. And then a little bit more I read, and I'm like,
is this one,
no.
Did you get this at Tap and Bottle, or did you get
that was Tap and Bottle?
Okay.
Yep. The T and the B.
Well, thank you. I love this shirt. I don't wear it very often. This is one of those shirts that I found, I think it was at Target. And like, I think they only had it in a large. So like now it kind of fits, but it's like weirdly like short.
Is that a play on the...
So I wouldn't wear it out because like if I do one of those numbers, like all of a sudden it's like, oh, look at my midriff. Look at it.
Just go ahead and make it a half shirt.
just make it a cut off.
Tie it up.
It's just going to...
Is it...
Just tie it up like that.
Is that a play on the Gorillaz album?
Yeah.
Okay. It feels good.
Yeah. Feel good incorporated.
Feels good.
Down on the camel's back.
Oh, do we have to stop?
Yeah, there you go. Those are the only songs.
Some points we can... Oh, we wouldn't want to do that song. That would be tough.
Yeah. Sprat crack, ass crack. But yeah, I do love the shirt. And thank you for admiring the other shirt right there.
Yeah, stirring things up since...
Hit the plug.
2008.
Merch command. Shameless merch command right there. But yeah. All right, well, let me see. I poured a little more of this one because you're so in love with this holiday. No, I'm just kidding. I like this one.
I can't remember what I paid
it was
for it.
It was those like the back third, the back third of that is what then gave me reservation because like I always try and think a little bit. Not only would I like something,
right,
but then and I don't know why I went into that realm. I guess maybe thinking because I don't have to worry about gluten-free / gluten-reduced. So I'm only thinking about if I was recommending this to someone. So maybe that's why it kind of went into my head. Right. So I was like, what would if someone was like, I can't drink that because I can only take whatever gluten. And I want to be able to like, oh, here's this, which if you can have gluten-free, this is one of the only ones I've had and it's good.
Right.
But I think you need to explain a little bit because if someone is expecting whatever, Odell, Stone, like if they're expecting that, I don't think this is that. But it's also not, it's also not like Tombstone or probably, it's like not those either.
No. It's, I think the aroma is really good.
It is. I don't think it's that much more like aromatic than the other two that we had.
That's weird. It's good when we're not 100% in agreement.
It's true.
I would, definitely.
I don't drink, but I enjoy watching you two drink. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. That's why we're here. We are your drinking vessels.
So did you watch Groundhog Day the other day?
I didn't, but I should have. I love that movie.
It was on. I saw it was on AMC.
One of my comedy. If we're going just comedies, probably top 10 comedy.
Okay.
I think of
I haven't watched it in a long time.
Because it's just so good. I enjoy drinking along when I have beer.
Yeah, no, that's part of the experience. Sometimes it's, hey, I'm just going to listen to these guys talk about it. Sometimes it's, no, I'm going to share this with them, and those are both things that we're happy to hear.
And if anybody's drinking anything, let us know. Like, and it doesn't have to be beer or alcohol or whatever. Like if you're enjoying, like I said, I know
I'm enjoying some Midwest tap water.
That's a lucky thing right there. It's usually the Midwest tap water.
Lucky's ice. Probably excited because the Chiefs are in the.
Oh, he's very excited.
I almost wore my Tampa Bay shirt today. Not because I'm rooting for them, but because I'm thankful that they beat the Packers.
I am too.
I'm very, very, very
Texas
happy.
tap water. How is Texas tap water? How is tap water on the rocks? Oh shit!
It ain't no big surprise.
Got to water down your water. How is Texas tap water? Like our tap water is like okay.
Yeah, it depends on what part of Tucson you're in too.
That's true.
So we recently, I was speaking of that. Groundhog Day was on the other day because it was on AMC.
American Movie
now
Classic.
we have switched to YouTube TV.
Oh, did you?
We have.
Has a bit of a yeehaw aftertaste. Are you off Sunday?
It tastes like yeehaw. And I work till 2. I asked for an early shift. I could watch some Super Bowl.
So I could watch some Super Bowl.
You can't watch Super Bowl?
I don't have CBS.
Oh.
It's like all access. Like that's why I put out a tweet today, like trying to find out like what service like I'd have to like subscribe to or whatever to get.
So,
because like if I
do, have you done YouTube TV before?
No.
Then sign up for YouTube TV. You get 5 days free.
Oh, okay. So wait till the math works out.
Wait till the math works out. Well, it could actually work out right now.
Ned Ryerson? Yeah. Ned the head. Ned's how's it going, buddy?
It would work out right now.
That's true. Okay.
They actually had a 2-week free trial, but it ended on the 14th. The good thing is too, if you sign up, if you do like it, they're offering $10 off a month.
Oh.
The only thing.
Why did you switch? You had Hulu Live?
We had Hulu Live.
Okay. You've gone through a lot of the services. If you are interested in how internet cord cutting services, this is the man to ask.
We have tried.
This is your new segment.
We have tried PlayStation View, which doesn't exist anymore, but was our favorite.
That was your favorite so far, right?
We have tried Sling. We have tried Hulu Live.
How was Sling? Sling was okay.
Sling was okay. Yeah, I didn't like the customer service.
Keith's cord cutting reviews.
There you go. That's right. They raised Hulu Live raised their prices $10, and I think gave like 1 or 2 more channels. I think it was they gave like WGN America showed up, and there was one other thing that showed up, but they didn't really on Hulu Live.
Okay,
so they went up $10, and our TV buffered a lot. We would have it stop a lot, and then it got better from time to time, but it happened a lot. So, and
with your internet, that should not happen.
No, it shouldn't. And so we switched to Hulu Live, and the only thing that I enjoyed having the History Channel.
Oh wait, you switched to YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Yeah,
okay,
we went to YouTube TV, and they don't have the History Channel. And I was enjoying American Pickers and a little Pawn Stars again.
I do enjoy some American Pickers.
But
you like the bundle. The bundle. The bearded charmer and his bundling. He's like, let's put these two together and like how.
Yeah.
That's always their bit.
You got a little meat on the bone. Yeah, gotta get some meat on the bone.
Let's just cut that in half right there, and let's just. I'm at 100. You're at 90. Let's just go right there at
get
95. Let's just cut that right now.
But so far, no buffering. They're offering for the first 3 months $10 off, so it's $55 instead of $65.
Okay, that
instantly comes with.
So did you just pick the lowest package?
They really only have one package. You can upgrade to like HBO and
stuff.
all that. Yeah.
Okay.
But they already have MLB Network, and see, I wasn't getting MLB. I wasn't getting NFL Network. The regional, like the Arizona. The Fox Sports Arizona isn't on this either. I guess they had it, but they lost it.
Okay. Super Bowl is not on network 2. It is. It's on channel 13, which unfortunately, even though I've done some ulterior means to be able to see Fox and some other channels, CBS, they put the Super Bowl and a lot of that live stuff behind their all access thing. Oh. And for some reason, when I've logged in with like I said, with the proper credentials, it says like, oh, that's not available in your area. Okay. So it's like they want you to pay for the all access, which I think that has like a week free thing as well. Piracy means piracy. No,
but it's.
I don't have an antenna. I've never tried to get
You'd be able
one.
to get an antenna.
I probably maybe would be.
Do you still have your dish?
Both my neighbors have antennas.
Do you still have your...
Yeah, it's up there.
And it runs coax through?
Uh-huh.
You just tap into that. Wherever that is up there, that's what I did on ours at the house. I just disconnected that coax and hooked it into what it was, an RHF or whatever that antenna is.
Antenna tech is... So that was a weird thing. Like, I looked at a couple different ones because I thought about that same thing for some other, just local channel stuff. And every time I looked at that, and then it said, well, go look at this map and it'll show you what you could get. And it was like, literally, I couldn't get jack. Like, because of where the mountains are or whatever. It was always like, you could maybe get 4 and you'll maybe get this channel, and I think maybe 13 was one I could get, but it was like definitely not Fox, and you had to do this angle and this weird
Especially if you only needed a little bit.
And I didn't want to put, like I said, it was one of those things that was like, wasn't worth for me to putz with.
I would just order one, and if you have some coax, just walk around and see what happens. So,
and 10 plus 1, Alana, I don't know what you're doing there. I don't know what you're going for. And 10 1A? 10
is that?
And 10 1A? Yes.
It is?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. Oh, yay. But yeah, no. So if you do, and so YouTube TV, we like the preview guide now.
Okay.
We've been very, very happy with it price wise, and
antenna is fine if you live in or close to a large city. Not that good in the country anymore where I grew up. Wes, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you.
Like I said, I got ours to. I think I would have to change it a little bit, but I would miss like one channel, but then I could tweak it and get that channel.
Well, and you had the one outside, like the ones I was initially looking at were the ones like you could have inside or put on your wall or put it, and like again, some of those may have worked. Yeah. But I was just like, I don't know if they do, and like, I want to get it and then return it and like go through all that stuff. It's easy at Amazon. So no, if the Hulu has that free thing, like I'll just do that. Yeah, like I literally just want to watch the Super Bowl. Like I said, I had other.
It's no, but we've been very happy with
In
that.
Town is okay. Yeah, like okay. So did you guys used to use that? Like I said, you're at the old house. Like I said, I know. You didn't have stuff, especially since everything went digital. Well, and that was what I was like, because usually if you can actually get good antenna feed, that's better than what you're going to get
live. Yeah.
Well, it's going to look better too because it's uncompressed. Well, like it's going to be your best 4K footage and everything else. So, antenna +1. Oh, now I get it. You're a +1.
If you do it and try it, like I said, there were times, I just hooked it up to each TV in the house and I held it up to the window to see what I could get. Yeah. In some places I got it a lot, but there was going to be just a lot of finagling. But once all of a sudden I was like, oh, I could hook it up. There was a coax that ran out to the, to where the satellite dish was. So it worked out well.
PS4 keyboard look. Gotcha. My parents live 80 miles north of Mobile and maybe 50 miles from Selma. They can barely pick up some. Yeah, like that's the thing. And like you should be able to pick that up better. Like, the signal stuff is just always kind of funky with those things. But yeah, like I said, I realized that like about a week ago when all of a sudden I was like, oh, CBS is promoting the Super Bowl. That's the one that I don't have like access to that I can't. I was like, okay, I got to figure out how to get this. So people, okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
And we had already done a free preview with my Gmail account. So I just set up an account for Kristen with our other email. So,
but you were going to keep it anyway.
Probably. We were going to keep that anyway. Yeah. But initially I wanted to take advantage of the 14-day free thing, but now it's 5. So.
You can also watch on YouTube. AboutBeverages.
AboutBeverages.
Yeah, you can definitely check out all of our content.
We have one more podcast to record.
We do. We should record that other podcast for the active lifestyle beverage.
Of course.
Active lifestyle. Oh man. Okay. What do we need to do here? Okay, I need to find some music. Where is it?
Harris Heller.
Yeah, I'll go a little deeper into the Harris Heller playlist here. Actually, let's refresh this page so that we don't get a YouTube or a Spotify ad, I should say. All right, we'll have to check that out then. That'll be the easiest. Like CBS had some sort of all access pass thing you could sign up for, but then that seemed kind of weird. So yeah.
The thing I liked about YouTube TV too is
it offers local CBS channel viewing as well. Okay. It seemed like that was there. I don't know why there was something when I looked at it a few weeks ago. I think it was maybe when I was trying to watch, because what's nice is the NFL Network app, the NFL app, you can watch all the games on there.
Oh yeah.
And so I was watching most of that. Like I was watching everything that was CBS. I was watching it on my iPad, so I could totally watch it on my iPad, but I didn't want to go through that whole rigmarole.
Well, couldn't you then flick it with AirPlay to? If you had like
they have a weird block on that stuff.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the other thing they don't have, which is weird, I paid this year through the NFL app. You can pay, it was like $30 for Red Zone channel that you could get without having all of the other stuff. You could have that, but you could only watch it on your phone. I couldn't even look at it on my iPad.
Wow.
So if you went to your iPad and tried to turn it on, it would say this is not available, but then you could watch it on your phone.
Wow.
Because they wanted you to keep it to that small, that's probably just all their regulations they've done. They're about to turn into Paramount. Yeah, Paramount owns like most of them, right? Like, isn't that basically a Paramount company? Yeah, I would not surprised. All right, we're going to go grab the final beverage of the evening that we'll record a podcast on. And we'll be right back. See you in a second. Since you were talking about sour beers, I'm sure you've tried Atalanta by Orpheus. The brewery is right down the street from me in Atlanta. Well, we're in southern Arizona, so I don't know if they get stuff this far this way or not. I would have to look. We have a really good bottle shop here in town that gets a lot of stuff from all over the country. Right. But I don't think I've had that one. But yeah, we definitely love trying sour beers anywhere we can find them. And if you've had stuff that you have liked or enjoyed, so that I don't forget about it, you are always more than welcome to. If you use Discord, if you want to pop in the Discord ever, you're more than welcome to do that. You can join up. And under there is under the food and beverage section where there's always food for thought stuff as well. There is a the pub, and that's where you can put stuff that you're enjoying. And also there's other channels and things in there too. But that's super cool, Wes. I appreciate that. Thank you for that info.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, and thanks for that info. I'll definitely
stumbled across us here at About Beverages.
Now I'm going to have to quickly look. Oh, Wes, thank you for the follow. That is super nice right there. The Iron Maiden sounder. Have not heard it tonight. Let's go. Well, look at this. April 1st, 2015. What is this they're having? The Stone Brewing Delicious IPA Gluten Reduced.
We did do it.
Yeah, I was even wearing a Star Wars shirt at that time.
Oh, my gosh.
I am wearing a Star Wars shirt. Are you wearing a U of A shirt right now?
No, I'm not wearing a U of A shirt. But
there's tasting notes.
Tasting notes. What did we get?
Give it a 1.
Okay, 1.
On the palate, there are notes of candied lemon and a bitterness that lingers on the finish. Overall, this is very refreshing with not a lot of overwhelming flavors. Andrew is definitely more a fan of this than Keith, but we both agree that it would still be a great weather.
It's still the same.
That is fucking hilarious.
Still the same. Definitely not like a little bit more of a fan. Andrew was definitely more of a fan.
This and Keith, we were both agreed it'll be a great holiday beer.
Okay.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to watch this later. If you guys want to watch watch that, you guys are gonna have to go back and check that out. That is an old video. When did we say this? From 2015.
Jeez.
So
almost 6 years ago.
That is
Wow.
Man, that is some interesting graphics we got going on back there. Nowhere near the high and mighty good stuff we got now, thanks to
same microphones though, right?
Yeah, these microphones are the shit, man. They stay around. Same mixing board up until 2 weeks ago. New mixing board we're using tonight as well.
You guys probably can't tell that, but
no,
it's a new mixing board.
That's kind of the idea, is like, hopefully not.
That's
Although
right.
I did think it was funny because I was editing. I don't know how I was listening to stuff. I think I was like editing something else. I was editing the video stuff that I was putting up there. And I had been the only one using this mixing board for the last couple of weeks. And I think then either I listened to it and I clicked on some of the video that we had just recorded. I was like, oh, I can actually hear a little bit. Like, it was just like, there was just a little bit, not a lot, but to me, like going back and forth since I had just done that, there was like this little added just warmth to it. Like there was, I was like, oh, that's nice. So consistently looking to refine and make things better. Exactly.
Since 2008.
I was going to say, do we need a new shirt for that? Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm gonna have to watch that video later. That is hilarious. God, I missed the tasting notes.
I know.
I don't mean to do it, but I'm sorry. Is it a beverage proof mixing board? It's not.
I don't know.
It's
Let's
not.
check.
And normally we don't. You're buying a new one. Normally we don't have the mixing board right here. We usually have it over there. But I have it over here now for a couple of reasons. I have cord extensions, so that wouldn't have been that big a deal. But the bigger thing was actually there are functions now in here where we can do like different little echoes and fun stuff, which we may use it at some point. Like I said, you can turn those on. I don't want to turn them on right now because I'll forget to turn them off. I'm like, oh my God, the last 40 minutes of the podcast. Yeah.
Echo.
Yeah, we do have all that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, not beverage proof. Wow. It's just, I was like, how is that one not? Okay. All right. We're going to record the final podcast of the evening. This one is another gluten-reduced beer. It is also from Stone, but it's got a little bit of a different twist to it.
Okay.
Let's see. Like
no,
we need us here.
Oh, no.
Some would say, no, we don't.
It's reduced talent.
Talent reduced podcast.
Talent reduced podcast.
There we go. But yeah, we've got, actually, you know what? We have not, it's been almost too long. It's been too long.
That's Handsome Pete. He dances for nickels. Pete, you got some customers.
It's just nice. Now we're actually able to hear this. You guys don't know this, but for like the last few months when we have played this, there was some update. There was some update in OBS, and we could not hear the audio here, but it was going out over the air, and now we can actually hear it, which makes me very happy.
We were happy for you.
Yeah,
and sad for us.
Listen to me. Listen to Ignacio. I know it is fun to wrestle. A nice pile drive to the face, or a punch to the face, but you cannot do it.
I don't know why. I like that one too. Yeah, that is the fun that we have been having.
All right.
Okay. All right. We are ready. Are we ready with everything else?
I think we're ready.
Did I not set that one back up? Oh, I didn't redo that.
Did you record?
Everything I could ever want is right here. In fact, let's sing our own song about the joy of staying indoors. I know of a place.
This is very true here in Arizona.
You never get harmed. A magical place with magical charms. Indoors, indoors, indoors. Take it away, Penny.
No, wait. We need us. I need to put... Lucky with the 200 bits. Thank you, Lucky. That is super nice.
It's a lot of bits.
Thank you. That is very
That's not just a bit.
That is multiple hundreds of bits.
That's many bits.
Those are for Keith. Don't be taking... Okay. Those are Keith.
My bet. Oh,
Those
no,
are
I'll
Keith.
just put them right back into the channel.
You asked for the bits. Is that the amount of bits?
For what?
Is there a bit equivalent for flexing? Is that what we're saying? Okay. All right. I think that
Stirring things up since 2008.
Okay.
I'll just repeat what my shirt says.
All right. Lucky, thank you so much.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I will give those directly to Keith. All right. We're ready to go, and we are still recording.
We're still recording. Okay, as long as we're recording.
You could say that. What is he saying?
He's doing a bit.
Damn it, I can't find.
There we go.
It took me a second.
It's all right.
It took me a second.
You noble bastard.
Just running through them all.
I could.
Disappointed.
Anything to say, old man?
Wow, that one's for me too, I guess.
What's in the box?
I've got it all there. All right, back to games.
All right.
Lucky, thank you. Oh, the Grandmasters. Good luck. Get some other people titles. All right. Hold on. I gotta find my center. Okay, I'm ready.
We're ready. Find our center.
I also need to click on the right. Okay. You ready?
I am ready.
Okay, let's do it.
So we had to have some sort of segue after the last podcast, which was gluten-free, gluten-reduced,
right?
Crafted to remove gluten, however you say, and whatever they were. We couldn't just dive fully back into gluten again.
No.
So we found a bridge. Actually,
I guess it's a bridge. Like I said, we're staying gluten reduced.
Okay.
But we're also we're feeling like we've got some extra energy. So we're feeling like we've got like kind of an active lifestyle that we need a beer that fits into that.
Okay.
And apparently Stone has our back. So we've got another one of those for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today is the F&B IPA from Stone. F&B, actually, the F is for features and the B is for benefits.
That's true.
So features and benefits IPA. It's a... active lifestyle.
Active lifestyle.
This has kind of
beer.
become something the last, 6 months to a year. We've had things from Firestone Walker. I know Dogfish Head's come out with this kind of, and there are probably others, but this is this. I know I saw this just a few months back, and I was like, I thought, oh, something from Stone.
Yeah.
But So it's kind of exciting then that we are actually trying it, because it should make for some good content.
I would hope
and
so.
Could at least make, and who knows, could be a good beer that we go forth and recommend. So we're going to find out.
So the stats on this, it is under 100 calories, or like right at 100 calories, basically. It's 4% ABV, 23 IBUs, gluten reduced, 2.9 carbs. I think those are all the big stats, like I said. But as they would say on their website, which we have a link to at AboutBeverages.com, it is 100% Stone. So that is the only thing that makes me even walk in the doorway for this beer, because I do love Stone Brewing. I will try anything that they go for, that they attempt, even though I am not really terribly interested in this whatever this market segment.
Yes,
I guess is the way to put it. It's not for me. I do not need the Michelob Ultras. I do not need all of those
my
things.
active lifestyle beverage of choice is usually not a beer.
Is usually the full beer, because I will be active enough that I can enjoy that full beer. But again, if you cannot or want to experience something different, that is why we are here for you today.
That's right.
And I think it's good that we are coming at it from that perspective of that this maybe isn't something that we either need to have or necessarily want to have. So if we do really like this, then I think it's even
a revelation.
I think yes, it is a revelation. I think is even more interesting. Oh my God, I almost thought it was water when I was pouring it.
That is light looking.
Holy business.
Oh.
I actually watch when I go to pour for a split second.
It is very clear.
The actual pour from the bottle, I thought I was pouring water. I'm going to be honest.
And it's not in the glass when you see that. And it's
not
hard
at
for you
all.
to tell on our screen.
Okay, so if you go to just go put it in front of your shirt there. There we go.
Okay.
Straw? What do we like to do there?
Yeah,
Yellow?
something like
Chardonnay?
Yeah.
No, Sauvignon Blanc?
Ooh.
What do we go for?
Maybe a Chardonnay.
Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, so this is going to be very interesting. Like I said, not even the IBUs aren't even super high. Hops in here, they use Cashmere, Vic Secret, Mosaic. Like I said, so a good little pairing of things there. So
Vic Secret.
Vic Secret. I
As
know,
in like Victoria's Secret.
I don't know. Well, no, Vic. It sounds like maybe the Victoria's Secret, like the male version in New Jersey or something. Like that. Hey, look, it's Vic Secret over here. It's Vic Secret over here. I don't know what made me think of that, but yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It's an interesting hop name. It's interesting. What are you thinking there? Like usually we think for a minute, but I think you've got some thoughts to that you've thunk.
It almost smells like coffee or smoke, or dare I say, not good. I don't know. There's
coffee. Where are you getting coffee?
There's something almost smoky.
I'm getting fishy.
Skunky, fishy. I could go fishy, I guess.
Something, like maybe like some fresh shrimp, maybe something like that.
Well, I'm not getting shrimp.
Maybe that's the Vic Secret. he was just out the long shore.
Oh, Vic.
Oh, Vic. I know what your secret is.
You're
a fisherman.
That's right.
It's a combination of a lot of different aromas,
and none of them are ones I want in my beer.
No, not necessarily. Yeah, I would have to agree with you. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Oh man. Okay. Well, you know what? Cheers.
Okay. Yeah.
Good luck.
See you on the other side.
See you on the other side.
The taste is better than the aroma? I said that was a question, but the taste is better than the aroma.
Usually your voice would go up higher when you say that. Like that's what I was doing.
Like,
the taste is better than the aroma? Lemon water. Like it tastes like lemon water. Like it's very, very clean. Very, like I said, which I'd expect. Like I was not expecting a lot of flavor out of this. I was hoping for a little bit more.
Yes.
Maybe they meant 100% stone as in they use stones within the brewing process. I guess part of the water filtration.
Why stone? Why? No.
Yeah, I get lemon, maybe some other little fruit in there, very empty. Like I said, it's only got 23 IBUs, so it wasn't going to be super bitter either.
Yeah, the lemon water,
maybe peach. I don't know. There's some other little like citrus in there. I can't quite put a finger on what exactly it is, but yeah, lemon water, I guess, is what I would what jumped out to me immediately was because it was that very little, like I said, there was a little pinch kind of in the middle of my tongue that I was like, it's a little tart, but it is, that is, I mean, I would have to be really active to desire this.
I would have to be on an island.
So active,
island.
So active you're spinning.
Wow.
This is, I mean, okay.
Okay.
But have you had other things in this category that then you can say that this is not the best one of them?
The only thing is I believe I've had, like I said, I actually, the fly, I think it's called the Fly Jack from Firestone Walker.
Okay.
And based on what I picked up from that is why I wasn't excited when I saw this come in. Because I thought, okay, these are probably all going to be, because Stone is a great brewery. Firestone Walker is a great brewery. Dogfish, these are great breweries. They make wonderfully creative, innovative things.
Sure.
And I understand what they're going for here, or why they're doing it. I guess maybe I don't understand why they're doing it, but I understand. I understand what they're going for, and what they're trying to achieve. Maybe there's a marketing segment. Is this trying to compete with seltzers? Is this
I
that?
don't know.
Because seltzers are seen as more healthy, even though it's sugar and 5% alcohol.
Yeah.
And not a lot of carbs. Is that maybe what this is?
I hadn't thought about that, but that's
I
actually
don't
interesting.
know if that's
interesting.
I don't know if that's the competition, or you know what too. I obviously I don't think either one of us is the target for this.
No, of course not.
This might be something someone has. Maybe this is the new lawnmower beer. Maybe this is the new outside beer.
Shower beer?
Yeah.
No?
Beer to take in the shower.
Yeah, you've never heard of that? You want something super crisp and refreshing as you're taking the hot shower, and you got the can of the shower beer.
That's not crisp and refreshing though.
It's pretty crisp because it's like literally water. Like I get, like, that's why I call it
Is that
lemon
how you
water.
refer to
Like,
your glass of ice water? That's crisp.
That's water is crisp,
baby.
That's crisp, baby. Oh my God, those commercials.
That's crisp, baby.
Yeah, that is it's I never got, like I said, any of the, like I know you were mentioning smoky earlier and some other things. Like I didn't get that.
I think maybe the smoky is more of that metallic-y.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that
Maybe
going on.
that's
There's
that's
a little
probably
sunflower seed in
it's
there.
probably the malts or something in there, or something that's giving it that, and that's probably what I initially picked up on, that, and that's probably not right.
There's a hint of
it's not
Lagunitas,
smoky.
like daytime in there. Like that, like the sunflower seed thing that I always call out. I think there's a hint of that in the aroma. I don't really get that in the taste. Like I said, yeah, literally the taste is like clean, gone. Like I said, a little bit of lemon tart, and like that's kind of it. Like I said, maybe some other citrus or like peach or something. Like there's a little, but it's very light. It's not for me. I knew it wasn't. I guess I was just hoping that, like, wow, maybe that'd be something like, wow, that actually is pretty good. Like, you know, when you've had some, like, there's a couple different, you know, every once in a while you find that beer that you randomly don't think that you should like.
Right.
And you do, and you're like, oh, this is kind of cool that I like this one. And oh, this one's not that expensive for a
Yeah.
change. And like, that's great. Like I said, but this is.
Or you think,
not
like,
it.
I don't need to have a beer while I'm doing yard work, but you think it'd be great by the pool. It'd be great in the summertime.
Yeah, the pool. Well, we talk about the pool beer all the time.
Lower
yeah.
alcohol, and but refreshing and keeping you hydrated and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's.
Yeah, give me a sea quench or something like that from Dogfish or something like that. Like, yeah,
absolutely.
I agree. Well, we had to do it for science, and if you want to find out more of the things that we have done, not only for science but possibly like our complete enjoyment, you can head over to the website at AboutBeverages.com. That's where you can find over a decade, 12 years worth of podcasts, videos, all that kind of stuff are there. If you only want the latest video content, please subscribe to us on YouTube. We'd really appreciate that. You can find, like I said, all the latest and greatest. And if you subscribe, guess what? It'll pop up for you, letting you know whenever we have our new podcasts, which come out pretty much weekly. We've got something new coming out for you, and you can watch those. If you only want audio, we've got you covered there. If you're out and about, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast. If you have a service that you enjoy for listening to podcasts, just search for About Beverages, subscribe to us. We will be there, and we appreciate that. That helps us out a ton. We have some other places on the World Wide Webs,
Of course.
as the kids say, that you can find us.
You can also find us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter is the one we use the most often, just because we do. Seems to be
because we do.
It fits
Yeah,
fits what we need to do the best.
It fits our active lifestyle.
Fits our active lifestyle, and Twitter fits our active lifestyle much better. We tweet and let you know what's going on here at the channel. I tweeted actually just earlier tonight before we started recording, before we went live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages. We're gonna let you know most Thursday nights when we are ready to try some things and interact with you and have a little fun. Andrew also is tweeting throughout the week, letting you know when he's going to be gaming and what he will be doing. And it's a great way to keep in touch with us and share what you might be drinking, and also share along with what we're drinking as well.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
And that is another podcast.
Were we too hard to stow?
Smoky and fishy.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah.
Sorry, active lifestyle sounds like you're talking about condoms. Pocket, you're not wrong. Holy crap. I'm glad I didn't see that as we were going. Or
I know, I saw it. I had to catch myself.
Wes, I never think beer when I think smoky. That would indicate peat to me is a smoky Scotch. I mean, definitely that can be, like I said, but there are definitely some smoky beer. Like, I mean, there's a whole style, like I said, of
the Rausch beers.
The Rausch beers, like I said, that are smoky. Porters can be that way. I mean, there's even some stouts where they'll use like either will age stuff in like a peat barrel, like the whiskey barrel, old ex-Scotch barrel. Sorry, like I said, that you can find. As well. So I've definitely had beers that I enjoy. Like, what was that one from Alaskan Beer Company that we did?
The smoked porter.
Yeah, like I said, there are definitely some beers that have that, but
I bought a 4-pack of the because I was down in that area. I went to Dragoon. I got. Have you tried the Party Time Excellent, the Session IPA?
No.
It was. I guess they have a brewer named Wayne.
Okay.
And, so they
party on Wayne, party on Garth.
So it was Party Time Excellent, and it's fine. It was a little on the lighter side.
Okay.
But
was it this light?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's gonna be our new. That's gonna be our new definition of light.
Yeah. And I also bought a 4-pack of their Scout Porter, which is their mesquite smoke.
I actually bought a couple of those at Tap and Bottle a few weeks back.
Yeah.
That was really good. That's
I like that.
Good. Yeah, I like that
good
one.
Porter.
Thank you. I love smoky beverage. Yeah, definitely check out those. Like again, if you like I said.
This is.
I don't know if Alaskan does those anymore, but Alaskan used to do a smoked porter that was really good. That used to be seasonal though earlier in the year. And then like I said, like Keith just mentioned, the Rausch beers and.
Whatever the coffee was, is just that.
That's interesting.
It's that. It's whatever those. It's the malts that. It's that kind of, I don't know, European sort of aroma going on in there.
Got a lot of Europeans going on tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I am totally gonna watch that podcast later. That's so funny. I thought that we had, but bless you, I couldn't remember like if we had actually done it like as just an opening thing or that we had actually done one. So. But yeah, I know that one had always been recommended a bunch. Yeah, I was thinking this beer wasn't going to be any good, but I thought I was like, well, maybe it'll be something where it's like, oh wow, I'm surprised what they got out of this. If I had it, but like I mean, I'd recommend it over like a Michelob Ultra or some shit like that. But like, I'm not gonna,
Yeah, but yeah, well, and that's just where if I'm recommending between those, I'm not gonna drink a beer. I'm gonna. What other seltzer waters do you have?
That's kind of what we've talked about as too. Like I don't, I'd have to look up calories, but like a gin and tonic, that's pretty low calorie if I want some good flavor and
Although the tonic's gonna
does the tonic have?
Yeah, because it's got sugar and.
Oh, okay.
So,
but like how much though?
Yeah, I don't know. But
and usually it's mostly gin when you make a gin and tonic. I mean, it's like a good 70-30 ratio, like rocking, right? Come on, let's
gin. And tonic. Hey, can I get a gin? Tonic.
Some of us are here. Gin and tonic.
And tonic.
Like,
gin.
Why is this turning into the Muppet Show all of a sudden?
And none.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was which was when you texted me that you bought that, I was like, I thought we have that at the store, but I didn't even suggest it because I thought I'm not interested in that. But then all of a sudden I realized what you were going for, and I thought, okay, there could be some entertainment. And once again, we may have been surprised, like, wow, that is the best one of that genre. So.
And that's why, like I said, I will try, like I said, stuff from Stone. Like I said, I like them so much. And like I said, they have such a huge track record of, making delicious things, and sometimes even styles that I didn't know that I wanted or whatever. You try, you know the things you're going to like. It's kind of when the brewery is so good that you'll even try the things that you're pretty sure you're not going to like. Right. Like I like trying those things still, like I said, from a brewery like Stone. But unfortunately, that is definitely not one I will ever buy again. I did want to check quickly. See if Sublime is still available for you.
Yeah, I should probably order some of that. Or Drecker, if they have any Drecker.
I know. This is the one. I have breweries now. Like I search for immediately when I get in there.
Yep.
Did it let me do that? Yeah.
Diet tonic. Yeah, the diet tonic. Oh, good. Okay.
So they got them.
They have to get over there. Maybe that'll be a good Super Bowl beer to have.
It could be. There are diet tonics if that's your thing. It changes the taste of a Tanqueray and tonic. Yep. I don't know if I've ever had any diet tonic, but that's interesting to mention. Have you ever
that's
done?
What I think Joe used to have to buy for Julie, maybe when they were doing. He was getting the diet tonics.
Have you ever had that?
I have not.
So it does change the taste. Okay. Yeah, a little Tanqueray and tonic.
Well, because it doesn't have the sugar in it anymore. Now it's got something not sugary. Stone discontinued.
Oh, not halfway. Stone discontinued that. Yes, that was one of their anniversary ones too. But yeah, they had that smoked porter that was really good as well. Have you gotten any of the Sublimely Self-Righteous since they brought that back? That just came back a few months ago or something like that. They've had that at Tap and Bottle. HJ, I didn't know if you'd grabbed any of those.
God, what's the place that was on Fort Lowell on Dodge? I can't think of it. Where Bruce used to work.
Hop Shop?
Hop Shop. Are they open?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't gone there in a while.
I haven't been there in a while either. And I haven't seen Bruce in a while. I know he was going to be moving to Oregon, so I was thinking about him today.
Didn't he officially
he was going to, but I never actually. I thought the last time I saw him, it was still going to be a while before he moved. But then, with the whole COVID thing, you never know.
I haven't grabbed any yet. Would like to. I see a red door, and I want to. Debo, don't make me play. I've got that video. Don't make me play it. Fever Tree Tonic.
I do like Fever Tree Tonic.
Okay, that's good. I'll have to look for that one.
H says Bruce is gone. Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah,
I saw Bill the other couple of weeks ago, but sometimes getting into.
Oof, you don't want to get into a conversation with him.
It can be a little, but I thought about it, and I thought maybe next time I see him, I'll ask him. But now I have confirmation already.
I don't have to ask him now.
H says Bruce is gone. Gone? I hope he's just gone to Oregon. I hope he's not actually gone.
He's not gone. Is he ever really gone?
Bruce is with us. He's with us inside. Do you have anything that he gave you still? Because he could still be with you in that way.
The lesser B? You mean the lesser G? Either way, that's kind of funny.
The lesser Bruce.
Oh, man. I still have... Shoot. Do I? I thought maybe I finally drank it. I had one of the 999s.
Oh. Was that the Sauvignon grape?
No, that was the 10-10-10. The 999 was the one we first had that we loved. It was like the darker, like it was one of the only like porter like set, like it had the vanilla bean in it. That one was like the super amazing one.
Are we rating Job Man?
We're gonna send a little raid that way.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out.
Thank you, everyone.
Really, really appreciate it. It has been a very, very nice night.
Probably have about the same start time next week, but then the following week, I think we can go back to an hour earlier again.
Oh, okay. So, that'll be great. Do you have any ideas for next week? I have like a random beer. Well, I don't know. Should we do that ghost? Like, should we do a couple random like beers, or should we do something else?
We could do that one that I brought over tonight. That the Ghost in the Machine. If you want to do that.
Yeah, we've got that one. Super amazing, super terrific happy hour.
We could do. I don't know. We could. I mean, I could see if there's a wine. We could do. I don't know.
I've got a beer from.
You had something.
It's from August Burns Red. It's a coffee like stout.
Yes,
which I think might be. I've still been saving that one, so we can have that one. Which at least mix. I mean, I know it's still a beer, but then maybe figure out something else, like you said, if there's a wine or something, or like I said, we've done a lot of beers, kind of again lately. So it's kind of nice to mix it up a little bit.
Actually, though, we did beers tonight, but previously we've done. We were non-alcohol. We've had a dry.
That's true.
A dry beginning.
We
to
did
the
kind of
year.
have a dry January, and like I said, we had the. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That watermelon Mountain Dew was pretty delicious.
We could do your birthday gift too. So yeah,
I was just about to actually mention that because I don't think we've ever technically reviewed that one,
I
have
don't
we?
know if I've ever had it.
What?
I don't think.
Well,
I've
maybe
had
we
it.
should make that the thing then. Maybe we
could.
should do that in the beer then next week, unless we figure out something even better.
Well, the
Do you guys
Boilermaker.
ever drink whiskey anymore? Oh my god, I would actually, like I said, I didn't. I actually looked for. Thanks, guys. I'll be listening more.
Yeah,
Thank you so much,
you're very
Wes.
welcome.
It was
Yeah,
super
thanks
nice.
for joining us. Thanks for dropping in on the comments, and so we'll have to keep our eyes out for sours from Atlanta. So
Sours from, or it was the beer called Atalanta. It was from
Atalanta, but it was Orpheus.
By Orpheus. So we got to look for beers from Orpheus.
Okay.
We will definitely look for those, Wes. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Appreciate the conversation.
Whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, that was right. So I like I said, I got a few Amazon gift cards, and I thought about it, and I was like, can I buy Total Wine gift cards with Amazon gift cards? Because I was like looking, because I was like,
some you can. Yeah.
I was trying to look, because I was like, if I had close enough, I would go buy the Whistle Pig. I would go buy that one. I had thought about it because I was like, man, if I came like within a little bit, like I'd just be like, hey, Rachel. So I had looked, but it didn't look like you could, because I have a Total Wine gift card, but then I had some other Amazon ones. Like, man, if I could make those all Total Wine, I'm like, I would go, and I would.
Can't cash them out, can you?
I don't think so.
That'd be interesting,
because I hadn't, like I said, not that I won't find something on Amazon, but that was all like all of a sudden
I'll
I had
give you 50
all of a sudden
cents
my
on the
brain
dollar.
like got excited. Yeah, my brain got excited. Where I was like, oh my god, I could go get the Whistle Pig, the Boss Hog. I was like, oh, but I know I had a moment. Like I said, maybe, who knows? Maybe that moment will still occur. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for coming in. Like I said, if you are new to the channel or just got here or watched this entire replay here up on YouTube, we appreciate it. Definitely hit the subscribe, hit the follow. I know all the stuff that everybody says really, really does help a lot. It makes a big difference. Like
that's
I said,
why they say
what we do here. I know that's why they say it. Right. Like I said, but it makes a huge difference. So we would appreciate that. We're gonna raid some. Like I said, if you are live with us right now on Twitch, we're gonna raid Javman. We're gonna go say hi to him. He is a super, super nice guy. He's a wonderful ambassador in the Destiny community. He helps people out with the most difficult things in Destiny, gets them through it, and gets them, like I said, a lot of the different titles and weapons and stuff like that. And he's just a really just nice, low-key guy. And guess what? You may even hear Lucky in the background too.
Oh,
like I said, if you're lucky as well. Cool. See you later, Bev. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will be back on again tomorrow in the evening. I will be playing some Destiny. So that is what I will be doing it tomorrow evening. But
Destiny is your destiny.
Destiny is my destiny.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's sometimes too much my destiny. But have a great rest
All right.
of your evening.
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Do something fun for yourself.